What's up? What's up? It's the Arthur Moats Experience with Deke. I'm Arthur Moats, and that's my main man, Deke.
What's good, dude?
Man, I am living my best life. First off, it is my little man's birthday today, so I'm feeling real proud daddish. I got a whole 7-year-old out here in these streets. It is crazy. But, it's been a good day, man. Went to the doctor, did my little checkup, you know what I'm saying? I'm still on, like, my football schedule. So anytime it's, like, springtime, I'm like, I got to get a physical. Got to get checked in because typically this is when OTA is about to start. You come in, you get physical and everything like that. So I went and did that. Everything's good. So I was like, you know what? All right, I think today is a great day, man. Got big time dinner plans after the podcast, because my little man has to, have his B-Day dinner. So I'm excited about that, man. But other than that, man, things are well. How about you, man?
So you're ahead of the game on physicals and stuff.
What you mean I'm ahead of the game? you don't go get your
You're
checkups?
proactive. You don't wait till something's wrong.
Well, I mean, am I supposed to wait? I'm used to like football. Football was
I think that's good.
Yeah, like,
I think that's
football,
a good thing. I think you're
every year it was like, yo, you're gonna get a physical in April. I don't care how great you feel. I don't care how many abs you have, how much you've been working out, even how well you eat. You're gonna get a checkup, and it's like the full EKGs, brain. I'm like, bro, like, come on, man. I'm 23. I'm 24, and it's like, yo, they checking everything. So now it's just like I said, it's a habit.
I would say you're in the top 80% of the human population to do that. There's no way.
Serious?
Everyone does like yearly physicals like that.
What do you
I'd
mean?
I'd say there's about 20% of the people.
So do you do?
No.
You don't. When's the last time you went to the doctor for like a non-health emergency?
Maybe physical high school to
Oh my God.
make sure I could play golf.
Serious?
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
Yeah, I'd say you're probably in the 20% that do that. I'd say 80% of the population.
Okay.
They're kind of helter-skelter about it.
I would say, I like to just be proactive. I mean, you never know, right? You got to get.
Let me know in the chat if I'm wrong. I think
man,
Moats is in the minority on that one.
I felt like I was a part of the general population.
Maybe I'm wrong.
I don't know. Like I said, I could still be thinking about like the football version. Like we always had to go get checked up. We always had to see a doctor. It was just normal, yeah. Man, I'm scared to ask about the dentist. Then do you go see the dentist?
Yeah.
Okay. Whew, all right, just check.
Decent amount.
Okay, that's good then. That's good because I try to do my dentist. That's every 6 months, and then obviously with the doc, they tell me once a year. But I be coming in like, yo, what's up, man? What you doing today? Check my blood pressure. I'm good. Or I just making sure.
No, good for you.
Yeah, man.
So what's going on with this dinner?
Man, so it's big time, man.
Well, you got to tell me what presents you got your boy.
Oh, too. Okay. Excuse me then. Let's set the stage then. All right.
Did you step up or?
So first off, no. First off, he absolutely loved his gifts. Okay.
Nice.
My little man, he's a simple man. He likes WWE. He likes Monster Jam. So, said gifts were a ton of WWE wrestling ring with the steel cage, with these characters, okay, with these weapons. Oh, gotta get the kendo stick. I don't know if you know about that. It's a little weapon that they use, and he absolutely loves it. I hate the kendo stick, by the way. When I played on WWE 2K22, I'm just like, yo, why is this a weapon? Give me a steel chair. You know what I mean? That's what I want to work with. But he had to have that. So it was like, all right, got the little kendo stick. Then after that, we did 2 of the Monster Jam, like arena type things. One's like a zombie theme because he loves zombies, and then the other is just like the regular sand dirt pit mix type situation. So it was cool, and luckily it wasn't too much for me to have to put together either, because that's the other part that sucks. You'll see Deke when you become dad Deke, not Deke Daddy, because that's what they call you, Deke Daddy. But when you become dad Deke, all right, you gotta clarify it too. You'll see, man, certain gifts you be like, yo, don't get my son that. Don't get him that, because I got to put that together. And that's like 1,000 pieces. I don't want to do that. That's tough. Yeah, it's a bad feeling, man. It's a bad feeling. Me and my wife, we don't argue much. Some of our most heated arguments have stemmed from putting together a toy, though. Like, without a doubt, bro.
That's probably a good problem.
Without a doubt. It's just like, yo, why would you get this? You thought this was a good idea? Well, why didn't you read the instructions? I did, woman. Who you, woman? Oh, yeah, man. It happens.
Good stuff there, man.
Yeah, and then got the WWE cake, so I had to do that. But then he doesn't research, but he is a astronaut guy. He likes space. So we have the space themed balloon set up for him. Oh, chill. It's all natural, baby. It's all natural. But I did laugh at myself when I walked out. I was like, well, you know what? I kind of like this. I feel inspired today. But yeah, man. So he had the whole space theme, like balloon setup and everything like that. Astronauts, rocket ships, everything. So, it's been good. And now, like I said, after the show, he has his big dinner. We asked him, we was like, all right, where you want to go? You want to go, because he usually likes P.F. Chang's, So you want to go P.F. Chang's. Went to Benihana. You want to go to a steakhouse, Morton's, Hyde Park. He's like, no, Dad, it's between two things for me. So me and wife, we looking around like, all right, what's it going to be? He said, Popeyes or McDonald's. And we were like, well, gee, we get that any day of the week. What you mean? He was like, no, Dad, I want to sit inside. And we was like, oh, so this is like serious. So now we're like, okay. Between Popeyes and McDonald's, which one has the better inside? And luckily we were able to talk him into McDonald's because it was actually closer. Whereas, Popeyes is like another 20, 30 minutes up the road. So he was like, we'll go to McDonald's. So we're going to be excited to go and dine in McDonald's, get our Happy Meals and wherever else. I'm going to get me some ice cream since we're going to be in there. Usually I don't want to get the ice cream because by the time I get home, it's like, I'm trying to eat it while I'm driving. It's going to melt. But yeah, I definitely plan on getting me some ice cream while I'm in there because, this McDonald's is good for it.
What's your McDonald's order?
Oh, man, for me, I'm always a nugget dude.
Okay.
I either go nuggets or I go McChicken. But I prefer the breakfast because you know me. I'm plain in terms of what I like my sandwiches. I want it ketchup only or barbecue sauce. Like, I don't really like a lot of condiments. And McDonald's has always scarred me since I was a young adolescent. They always mess up any of my burger orders when I'm like, hey, I want this, but don't put this up there or that up there. It always comes with that and that up there. Yeah, and then I got to go do the whole take it back inside and wait and all that stuff. It's always
That's the worst.
Yeah, so I always just say, you know what? Just give me nuggets. You can't mess it up if I get nuggets with barbecue sauce.
So you prefer having a burger, though? Yeah, burgers are pretty good.
They are. But it's rare.
Not good for you.
Right. But it's rare that they don't mess up my order. So to avoid said conflict, I just go nuggets. Yeah.
I say you go out on a limb tonight. Get a burger.
Oh, boy.
They're not going to mess it up.
Because I'm inside. I got time today if I'm inside. I'm looking at me. Look, man.
I'll make a bet with you. They don't mess it up.
Sauce on. Take the Big Mac sauce off. Take it off. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I be having to deal with.
I'll take a chance. I'll make a bet with you if you want. They don't mess it up.
I'm telling you, man.
If they mess it up, I'll pay for your food.
Oh, that's
Tell me to Venmo you the amount tonight. If they mess it up,
if they mess my order, I'm just gonna give me 3 McFlurries. All right, I'm gonna just go that route. That'll be my dinner. Okay, it'll be straight ice cream. But it's the truth though, man. Like I get so frustrated when they mess my order up. So now it's like certain places I don't order certain things. It's like, nope, I'm only gonna order this from here because I know they can't mess this up.
Damn, I feel bad for you.
Hey man, it's a part of life, man. It happens.
Yeah, I guess everyone's got to go their own direction with it. Yeah. And how they want to face it on. If you keep on getting like spurned like that,
yeah, man.
I guess you gotta or scorned, whatever the hell.
Because I didn't know when you said sperm, I didn't know what word you was trying to say. I was like, I don't really want that. I'm cool on whatever you about to say.
Yeah, if they're messing up your order that frequently, I could see why you'd want to maybe mix it up a little bit.
But I am happy though for my little man though. I low key felt a little bit like a better dad too. I'm like, look at him. All these places he could say he want to go. My man said, give me Mickey D's. I was like, you know what? For the culture, baby. I respect you, little man. Like, yeah. And they say we bougie around here. We ain't bougie. We gonna sit inside McDonald's. That's what we gonna do. Yeah. So
good stuff, man. Happy birthday to G.
Hey, absolutely, man. Hey, and the people in the chat are definitely wondering the same thing I was wondering, man. That word you said, sperm, spin.
Spurned.
Yeah, because
is that even a word?
Jacob look, boo_y'all look. A lot of people's like, yo, what are you trying to say?
I think that's a word.
Maybe you pronounce it with a Pittsburgh flair.
No, here it is. Reject with disdain or contempt.
All right. Okay, just
strike, tread, or push away.
I like
with the foot. That's like they spurn you. They reject you. They reject your order.
Just make sure when you speak that word, you say it clear next time, because it definitely sounds like an E instead of a U when you were just saying it, man. All right, I'm just throwing it out there.
Okay.
It made me feel uncomfortable, but like I said, now my ears are good. I got my ears cleaned today. I was like, yo, can you flush me out my straight? They was like, oh, you're good, Mr. Most. Don't worry, but we'll give you a little extra. You know, but yeah.
I thought it was a word.
Yeah, that's a word, but just be careful with your U in that thing, not an E, all right? Whew.
A lot of people in the chat, too. Ost Mula says, once a year, Deke, got to see the doc. Stop
Gotta see
playing.
the doc, baby. Stay ahead of it.
Shazier. Nah, Deke, I definitely get a physical every year. But he says he's still playing football.
Oh, okay.
Let's go. UW says every 2 years.
Every 2 years? Fair enough.
Anywhere else? All right. Darren Dalton says that's something athletes do for sure. Common folks like us just got a stethoscope put to our chest and back right quick, and then we out of there.
Oh, no. Yeah, I feel weird when it's only like 10 minutes and he's like, all right, you're good. And I'm like, no. Wait. Take blood work. Check that too. Just double, triple check. You never know.
Yeah, so maybe I'm wrong on that.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe it's a little more common than I think.
Well, hey, Deke.
Maybe I'm the outlier.
They say each one teach one, right? So me going to the doctor today, hopefully that can inspire you and others to go to the doctor as well. You got to take care of your health. Don't wait till something is wrong to go see the doc. Man, pull up on the doc when everything is good just to make sure and to keep it that way, baby.
Just to have a conversation with them.
Yeah, man. That's how you got to get it in. And I'm seeing the people are they vibing with the Mickey D's, man. They vibing with the Mickey D's. I swear, bro, Mickey D's, man, for me, man, that's one of the ones, even as a kid, I don't feel like I never lose like that flair of, oh, I'm going to McDonald's, the Golden Arches. It's nuts, man. I get excited about it, man.
It is a classic.
Absolutely, man.
I had a lot of McDonald's during football season. A lot.
I ain't gonna lie, me too. But anywho, let's get this show started, baby. So with that being said, man, like we always do, let us know where you are tuning in from, and we will give you this big boy shout out before we, start today's show. As I'm still going to be thinking about McDonald's this whole show right now. Man, a 20-piece nugget, barbecue sauce, large fry, Sprite, no ice, 2 McFlurries with the M&Ms for the culture, please. Yeah, that's how it's going to be today. Yep, that's how it's going to be.
Russell Schwartz says, is it a bad thing that I set an alarm to make sure I was up for this? No, not at all.
Not at all. That means you are dedicated. That means you are a part of the community that we want. We want people that don't want to miss this show. We want people that want to comment in this show. We want people to take pride in being a part of this podcast because that's what makes this podcast so unique. Us. It's a group effort, baby.
All right, I'll read off some of these.
All right.
Chats and where they're tuning in from. Stan Claire, 905 Toronto. Just back from walking the dog.
Let's get it, okay? Like a little nature, man. It's a little rainy up here. You can't walk out here, man. But that's good for the, not just for the dog, but for the mental health as well, man. Got to take a little walk.
Braden Sailor, 724 Butler, PA, says, good afternoon, Deke and Moats. Ready for this draft? Yes, I've been ready.
No, absolutely,
I'm
bro.
tired of this.
Absolutely, man.
I'm really tired of this. I'm not even going to lie.
Yeah. And it's funny, bro. I remember last year how excited I was internally doing some of that draft stuff because it was still like fresh to me. It was like, oh, yeah, we get to talk about the draft. Oh, me and Deke, we could do mock drafts. Even doing the radio show, like, oh, we're going to do a show during the draft. Now I'm just like, bro, it was fun last year. I'm draft burnt out right now. Like, I feel like every day it's like, okay, this player is the new guy that we should all be talking about. No. It's this player now. It's like, come on, man. Just let's get it on. Let's get it on.
The draft should be now.
Yes.
2 weeks too late.
Yes.
That's what it is.
Yes.
It's been time. Or, yeah, it should have happened last Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe this Thursday.
Even
just
this Thursday.
A week or two too late.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Because this week we'd have some build up and stuff for that, at least a little bit more excitement. Now it's like, oh man, we got to talk about more random players that we're probably not going to draft.
Yep. But it's all good. It is all good.
It can't be a bad thing. No, it's not the end of the world.
No, it always could be worse. You're absolutely right. Let me get a couple here real quick. I'm going to get a couple real quick. We got Rod Dallas tuning in from the 330 Youngstown, Ohio. Sherilyn, baby. Absolutely. Big love for you, Rod Dollar. You know that. We got Jack Paranillo. Think I said that right? Think I said it? Yeah, hopefully I said that right. Yeah, but it looks like it's, where's that Jake? Might be Jake. Definitely Jake. Jake Paranello. There we go. Tuning in from San Francisco, California, the Bay Area. I had to get that one because that's where wifey's from. So since she's from there, I'm like an honorary Bay Area member. You know what I'm saying? I got love for the hyphy movement out there. James Hawkins, Memphis, Tennessee, the 901. And then we got Rain Fagan tuning in from Dublin, Ireland. Walking home from work. Hey, man, big shout out to you, my Irish brother. You know how we do out here, man. I'm going to bring my Irish stuff back out here now that I think about it, man. I celebrate my Irish culture year round. I'm not just a St. Patty's Day guy. I do it all the time, baby. All right, baby, let's go.
You should.
Absolutely.
Todd Sikowski, 90 degrees out here in the 520 Tucson.
Ooh, okay.
Good for you, dude.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Solo 1, 619 San Diego. How about Wendy's? They have stepped up their game over the last few years.
No, full transparency, I don't have anything against Wendy's. I just used to work at Wendy's. And when you work somewhere for me, I worked there for 2 years in high school. I can't do the Wendy's food because I'm privy to too much information, and I know how I used to get it in at times.
Oh no!
And I just wondered to myself, if there's a Arthur Moats back there on that grill, wherever I'm getting this Wendy's from, I'm just like, Lord, because listen, I cooks now, and where I cook now, Deke, I'm like, yo, let everybody taste it. Back then, Deke, wasn't my proudest moments. That's all I'm gonna say, okay? It wasn't my proudest moments. And because I was eating it all the time, because I was working the closing shift, it was like, all right, I'm tired of eating spicy chicken sandwiches and chicken nuggets, spicy nuggets. Oh, let me get the burger. And full transparency, I was also the first one to create the Baconator. I was doing that way before that was a thing on the menu. I was already like, yo, let me get some bacon. Let me get the burger. Let me get the patty. Matter of fact, give me 2 patties. Give me the bacon and the barbecue sauce. I was already doing that. They just took them a little while later to figure it out. But yeah, man, that's why for me, I'm not a big Wendy's guy. Other than that, I mean, their food is good. I like their drinks, but yeah, I'm too involved with Wendy's, man.
You ever purposely tamper with a customer's order?
It's a strong possibility that might have happened. I was young back then, man.
Someone pissed you off a little bit?
You talking junior year of high school Arthur Moats, okay? He was a very different person, all right? I was not as polished. I was not as mature, okay? I didn't understand communication. It was an eye for an eye. And if I know you and you are friends with this person and I know this is in the drive-thru, just know I got time for you today.
Oh, okay? So this was some beef even outside of Wendy's.
Yeah, man, absolutely.
Like it wasn't like the customer pissed you off on the spot. Oh,
not at all. And there's plenty of times I've had a customer, and I, you know what? Because it's the podcast and we're able to talk our talk.
Are you gonna tell us what happened?
I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not gonna tell you all the stories, but I will tell you. It has been a time where when I was working at Wendy's, I tell you I was like 16 years old. Don't. I'm a different man now, okay? But
that's a lot. It's 20 years ago, right?
Yeah. Hold on, bro. Wait a minute.
19.
Chill, bro.
19, right?
Say what you're trying to say, man. How you think I am? I'm 34 years old, bro. Hey, chill out, man.
Oh,
don't you put all that on me, man. Don't you do that today.
18 and a half.
Yeah.
No, not even. It can't be a half. You just,
I just turned 34. Lord, Deke. No. But working at Wendy's, we would always get these times where the rush hour would happen. I was like, all right, it's cool. And, during rush hour, all the food's going to be super hot. The fries are fresh. Everything is cool. Boom, boom, boom. But that's different when you're coming right before close. Now, right before close is, 1 a.m. at the time. And you pulling up at 12:55. Talking about, I want hot, fresh fries. I'm like, bro, we about to close. So, full transparency, there's definitely some times where I would take the fries that were sitting under that little lava lamp, a little warmer. And I dip them things right back in the grease, count to 30, pull them out and say, here you go, fresh fries. And they were not fresh. They probably couldn't tell in that moment, but you wait about 2-3 minutes here, you're going to definitely be able to tell. It is not a good thing either. But that was like my little subtle, like, yo, you pulling up late before we about to close. The lights are barely even on. It's 5 minutes up before we out of here. You hollering you want all fresh food. Like, yo, cut it out, man. You got to stop that. I couldn't stand it, man. But that was young me. Now I'm a little bit more mature about it. I understand, the consumer and the provider service relationship. I get that. And the customer is always right. I understand that now. At 16, 17 years old, Deke, I say, yo, this customer can come see these hands. That was my mindset, okay? Just throwing it out there.
I ain't going to front.
Yeah.
That's pretty mild. That wasn't bad.
No.
That's not bad.
No. That's what I want to share.
That's what I'm saying. I was expecting
that was what I wanted to share.
It's certain things because you never, the food or something. That's what I was expecting.
You never know what could happen down the line. Wendy's might one day say, you know what, man, we heard y'all talking about McDonald's. We want to sponsor the podcast. I don't want to burn that bridge, okay? True. All they need to know is Arthur Moats might have dipped the fries back in the grease and gave it back out to the person. What they hot, they fresh. There you go. I'll holler at you. And by the time they figure out that they're not hot and fresh, man, the lights off, doors locked. Because you came in with 2-3 minutes before it was about to close anyways. Okay? But anywho.
That's not bad.
Yeah,
I think that's probably even better than just giving them to them how they were, right? Or you think it's worse sticking them back in? Really?
Yeah, just because how long they be sitting there. Like I said, when you coming right before close, them fries have been sick because who knows when the last time we had a customer.
Is it better to put the grease back on though than just give them to them how they were sitting there? At least you gave them a little something.
Just eat them within the first minute, okay? Eat them within the first minute.
If they wanted the fries that bad, maybe they did.
Yeah. But like I said, it wasn't my proudest culinary moments. All right, it wasn't my proud. I've learned a lot. Yeah, I learned a lot. Yeah,
That's a great story.
man.
We might need some more Wendy stories from Moats down the line.
Hey man, listen, I'm not trying to get in trouble with Wendy's, man. All right, I like Wendy's. If Wendy's want to come on and be a sponsor, man, we got to show love to Wendy's. All right,
That's fair.
Yeah. If I start telling, I'll tell you some stuff off the air. I can't tell it on the air. Okay, some of the stuff that's going on off there is night and day. But if I tell you that on the air, they gonna be like, "Yo, Moats, what is going on here, man?" yeah, we don't need those problems. All right. So with that being said, man, let's get into these supers, man, to start this thing off, man, and then after that, we shall proceed. To give
Official
you what you
momentum. Moats and Deke, what's good? Just got out of Cranberry at the GPOA, getting my knees refreshed.
need. Oh, all right.
Hope to maybe see y'all Friday for the party.
All right. Let's go.
He's talking in May.
Huh?
He's talking in May, right? Southern Tier?
I'm hoping.
I ain't in town on Friday.
Yeah. I about to say, I'm hoping that you're talking about May 13th, which is a Friday coming up, where we will be having a live show of the podcast right here. Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, at Southern Tier Brewing Company, right down in the Strip District, man. So yeah, if that's what you're referring to, North Shore, excuse me on that. But yeah, if that's what you're referring to, yeah, we will definitely be there for that. If there's a party this Friday, Lord, hey, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna be at that one. Yeah, I ain't gonna be at that one. I'll be at the draft thing the following week though. If that's what sums up, I don't know. But
Maybe.
yeah, you know. Yeah. But shout out to you, Official Momentum. And you be in here heavy too, man, lately. Like I'm rocking with Official Momentum.
He's back again. Says the draft is coming. Y'all ready? Hashtag Malik.
Uh-oh.
He's a Malik fan.
Okay.
Back again. Shout out to this incredible Steelers family.
Nah, facts, man, facts. And honestly, Official Momentum, people like you make it extra dope. So salute you, man. We appreciate you, baby. Yes, we do.
AJ Martinez. He's back again. Happy birthday, Young Moats. Year 7. Deke, 7 coming back today. You thinking seriousness?
Uh-oh.
I'm always for it, man.
Hey, man, it could be a sign. Little man birthday, he's 7.
Was he a Ben
The
fan?
return of 7.
What did he say about Ben?
Actually, he was kind of indifferent on Ben. It's funny too. Like we'll have these moments where we're like just on my phone going through old pictures, and it'll be like, oh, all right, this is this guy. He's like, Dad, who's this guy? I'm like, oh, that's this guy. It was like, you know, this guy right here. I was like, yo, this is the quarterback. He was like, okay. I was like, you know, Ben 7, right? He's like, yeah, okay. And then I showed him Josh. He was like, Dad.
Oh man.
No, man. Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady are his two. Like,
Oh really?
yeah, that's definitely his guys.
Is it because they're a cover on Madden?
Yeah, definitely.
Is that what it is?
Because he downloaded the Madden game on his iPad, so he always sees them. He's always like, Patrick Mahomes? Is that Tom Brady? And I showed him a picture. He was like, you sacked Tom Brady. I was like, yeah, F him.
That's great.
Had to have my little dad moment in the building. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, son.
Oh yeah, he
You know
probably.
what I'm saying? Yeah.
You were probably here for him.
Oh, yeah.
You're level up.
Oh,
now.
but say it definitely. When he saw the, I was
You
like,
have to.
I showed him multiple angles too. It was like, yeah. By the time we got done with our little conversation, he thought I sacked Brady like 30 times. I had like 30 angles of like 2 pictures. It's like, yep. Got him once in Pittsburgh, once in Buffalo. So pop. You know, like, yeah, that was the vibe, bro. That was definitely the vibe.
Did you see on the bottom ticker here? I might need to Google this at some point during the show. There's a new golf match.
No, I
Josh
did not.
Allen, Mahomes, I think Brady and Rodgers.
What?
No professional golfers in it. I saw it on the bottom ticker. I got to double check it, but yeah,
Okay.
I think that's happening.
Who
I
you
don't know
got your
how I
money
feel
on?
about it. Who do I have my money on? Oh, well,
Probably Josh, huh?
I don't know how good of a golfer he is.
He's a really good.
Rodgers
golfer.
and Brady are both pretty good.
Yeah, but you gotta go with youth a little bit though, right?
I just don't know how good he is.
What you mean? You don't know how not good he is either, then?
That's true.
Yeah, so he's probably really good.
I don't know. A lot of these quarterbacks are good, though.
Yeah,
So he probably is good.
and he's young, more athletic.
Who's the other quarterback I said? Mahomes. Ooh,
Yeah.
wonder how good
Who's
he is.
Mahomes golfing with?
I don't know. I don't know what the matchups are.
Oh,
That's the thing, too.
yeah.
Because Rodgers
Because
beat Brady. Rodgers and DeChambeau beat Brady last year.
If it's Josh and Rodgers, they gonna win. If it's Josh and Brady,
I
I
would actually probably bet Rodgers. I think the Rodgers might be the best golfer
Okay.
between him and Brady. Then I don't know between Mahomes and Allen.
Okay. Well, whoever team Josh is on, I think they're gonna win. Just to be safe.
They might.
Yeah.
They might. Black and Martyr, just giving us some support.
Hey, team captain, we appreciate you always, baby, always.
Let's go UW. Sup, Moats and Deke
What they
from
do?
Milwaukee. Getting ready for the Buccos game and later the USFL, taking us back to the hard-hitting age of defense. Harrison Burfict would fit right in. LOL. And a player got cut over a chicken salad.
What? I didn't know a player got cut over a chicken salad. I have to look into
in
that.
the USFL.
I think that's what he's referring to. I just don't know. But it was dope though seeing some of the USFL. We're gonna talk about that later in today's show. But man, this might get cut over a chicken salad.
I'll look it up. Maybe we could talk it.
Yeah,
let's
get through these supers first so we can get to that first topic, and then we'll look for that thing on the back end.
All right.
Then we got for the chicken salad. Well, yeah.
Dondre Ezel, Nashville, Tennessee, 615.
Cashville, yeah.
And then we got a few more actually. We're rolling here. Appreciate everyone. Tony Daniel II. What do y'all think about Cine being our draft pick at 20? He is young and overall a better safety than Edmonds. Ooh, I don't know about that. And he can play both safety spots. Better than Edmonds. Come on, man.
Yeah, I just think anytime somebody sees a versatile safety that can play like middle of the field, they always like, oh yeah, that's better than Edmonds. Edmonds can't do that. It's like, bro, like y'all gotta breathe a little bit when y'all start to think about Edmonds. Just take a deep breath, just relax and woo-saw, because y'all be a little harsher on my man than I think y'all should be per se. But I like the opinion though. I can respect it.
Well, and we're gonna talk about that a little bit later, right?
Absolutely.
Air Force One, because he brings up the same thing. Deke Moats, hello from UVA land. What's up with the strong safety situation? Why is it taking so long? Who's your favorite?
I mean, the biggest reason it's taking so long is everybody's waiting on Tyrann Mathieu. He sets the bar for the safety mark. He's going to set that price point. And once he goes, then the rest of the dominoes will fall into place. But it looks like Tyrann is content wait until after the draft to sign somewhere. And if that is the case, then that's why it's going to take a little bit longer. But once he signs, then everybody else will know how they'll fall into place. But a lot of those guys, it might make sense for them to wait till after the draft, just because they know, okay, once these X amount of guys go that are viewed as day one starters, now the teams that still have those holes are going to have to pay up. They're going to have to, take the price point a little bit higher. So I think that's more so the reason why.
Russell Schwartz, hoping to make it to the draft party. Depends on if my girl decides to go into labor or not.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, you got to take care of business, man. If your child's being born, that's probably a little more important than the draft.
Nah, I mean, it depends on are you gonna hang with us though? That's the real question. You know what I mean? Like if you hang with us, then it's like, hey, wifey can understand. Hey, babe, you gotta hold off a little bit. Don't break that water just yet, okay? But if they're not kicking it with us, and it's like, yo, break that water when you want to break that water. It does not matter. Fair enough.
Derek Nelson.
But either way, it's gonna be fun, man.
Hey, fellas, I'm on top of train today at work. LOL. On top of the train? I don't know.
But either way, be safe at whatever you're on top of. I hope you're enjoying it. I mean, the LOL makes me feel like you're enjoying it, so I'm down for that if you down for it. But yeah, I'm not really sure the context of that.
No one knows.
Yeah.
Najee Loudpack. What's up, fellas? Y'all coming to Miami for the Steelers game this season. I'm trying to take y'all to Pluto via Florida.
Talk about it. We are not sure just yet about our travel schedule.
Double amount of planets past Mars.
Yeah, I kind of like that idea, though. I want to see what that's like. I mean, Pluto is kind of far. Sometimes I be thinking I'm on Pluto. I be a little nervous, though. Sometimes. Then I just go to sleep.
There you go.
Yeah, that always works. Till you wake up in the morning, you're brushing your teeth like, is that two of me or is that me? Yeah. Happens like that, man.
If we aren't drafting someone, Colbert needs to get on his hands and knees, go over to Casa Day 7 and beg for hashtag GOAT7 to come back for another season.
I know Deke would love that.
Listen, man, yeah. Cut your biscuit and bring 7 back.
And the full hands and knees begging as well. Yep.
He doesn't need to do that.
You allowed that sabotage to take place under your watch. You better go beg for that man. Kiss his feet. Mm-hmm.
Maybe just a dinner. That's all. Take Ben out to Pizza Hut or something.
Pizza Hut? I thought he was eating healthy. Take him to McDonald's. Yeah.
Yeah, what's like pseudo healthy? Chipotle.
I was going to say definitely Chipotle.
Actually, that's a great question. Do you consider Chipotle healthy?
Facts. I do. I had a man when
Do you consider Chick-fil-A healthy?
I do, yes. It's designer chicken. Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Chick-fil-A is the Gucci of fast food. Why you think they always say my pleasure? Come on now.
I think I do too.
Yeah,
like if I'm
that's designer fast food, man. That's how I look at it. When I go to Chick-fil-A, I'm feeling bougie. And come on, they don't even do the regular paper. They got the like foil thing on it. Come on, man. The lemonade always fresh. Their milkshake machine always works. What? Come on, man. Their barbecue sauce always hitting the spicy sriracha hits. Like, come on, man. I know the Chick-fil-A sauce lovers out there love it. They're spicy.
It's pretty good.
They don't mess up my order. It's simple.
You're right.
Let me get the spicy without the pickles.
You might be right. I don't think my order's never been messed
bro,
up.
And think about, as long as their lines are, it's never a long wait for your food. They walk all the way out to your car to go take your order. You don't have to wait till you get to the
they started
thing.
doing that with COVID.
Come on, bro. Like, Chick-fil-A is definitely the Gucci of fast food to me, man.
Healthy, though.
Yes. It's a waffle fry. Come on, man. What you mean? What?
The waffle fry is healthier than the standard fry.
Absolutely. Come on, man, because it's got the holes in there. It's allowed for more air to get in between them. It's good for your blood oxygen level, man.
See, I could see Chipotle.
Yeah.
For sure. Like, there's no bad ingredients in Chipotle, right?
I mean, it just depends. I'm sure like sour cream and the salsa and all that stuff can be bad, and the beans. Yeah, it just depends on, but it's all in context. It's all in context. Like, you can say rice is bad in certain situations, but you still need the stuff. It's just like, depending on how much of it you're eating. But when I was, this was after my first year in the league, I was still going back to train with my college coach, my college strength and conditioning coach. And we were getting into like some of the most heated arguments about what is healthy fast food or not. Because I would tell him Chick-fil-A, I told him Chipotle, and then at the time I told him KFC as well. I was like, "Yo, those are my three." I was like, "Coach, I eat at these three. I don't go to McDonald's. I don't go to Burger King, man. I don't even go to Wendy's, Coach. I barely eat Taco Bell. Like, stop it." He's like, "That's not healthy. You need to do that." I'm like, "No. You know why it's healthy at Chipotle? Because they got rice and beans and chicken. And if I was cooking, what am I gonna be cooking, Coach? Rice and beans and like we were really going at it, man. Yeah,
that's funny because when I am leaving my house and I want to order out, I do go to Chick-fil-A.
Come on, man.
Because I think it's the healthier option
as
opposed to
bro.
Burger King or McDonald's.
It's designer. It's like,
but is it healthy? I don't think it's necessarily healthy.
Think about when we've been in the airport and we're like, oh, that's the McDonald's line? Oh, those peasants. Oh, we're going over here to Chick-fil-A, ladies and gentlemen, and we will wait. We will stand here. It doesn't matter. It's Chick-fil-A we're talking about. Come on, man. It's just different, bro.
Samurai Finn. Oh, no, we just read his. Mm-hmm. Let's go U-Dub. Edit a player was cut over disrespectfully asking for a pizza.
Okay.
What's that? Edit a player? Is this Madden all of a sudden?
Or maybe he was editing his comment to say a player was, instead of it being...
Yeah.
He was
whenever
saying,
we were talking about the chicken salad.
Right. Instead of it being a chicken salad, it was over disrespectfully asked for pizza. Okay.
Yeah, I'll have to look that up whenever we talk about the USFL. Foster Roach. How would y'all feel about Wan'Dale Robinson in the second round?
Is what we was just talking about, right? We were literally just talking about, hey, man, you know the thing that's kind of cool about the draft and kind of not so cool? It's how we just got to know right on the top, right now, you know? But I don't hate receivers. That's what you're talking about.
How do you feel about him compared to everyone else?
I feel like I would need to watch him a lot more to go that route. That's all I'm saying, man.
You don't have a take.
Well, no, put it like this. No, put it like this. In the sense of, if I'm
I don't know who that is. I have no clue who that is.
I would just simply say, if I had to compare Wan'Dale to Sky Moore, I'm going to err on Sky Moore because I've watched a lot more of Sky Moore. Okay? But I can look into Wan'Dale a lot more.
I will say this, though, in terms of him, Wan'Dale Robinson, I haven't heard his name being associated with the second round.
Right, me either.
So I don't know if he's actually a third or fourth round pick. Maybe you guys could let us know in the chat. I've never even heard of him.
But you know who else has moved up? What was the cat from UVA, the tight ends, Jelani Woods or whatever? I remember when I first found out about him, I think it was like one of our first mock drafts we did out of UVA. He was being talked about in like 5th and 6th round.
He's bumped up.
I've seen him in 2nd and 3rd round conversations now. Yeah, man. So maybe Wan'Dale is in that same type of trajectory, man. So I definitely look at him a lot more, man. But let's get it. So first topic, now that we are finally caught up on everything, we got to talk about is from an article with NFL.com where they had all 32 NFL teams, but they talked about their ideal first 2-round draft picks. All right. So with this, the Steelers.
I got you.
Oh, you got okay. I know the names. I just didn't know the.
I should have it.
No, because what I want you to do is just read off the article
His
itself.
reasoning.
Yeah, but the two guys that he had for us at in the guy who wrote it, NFL analyst. His name is
Greg.
Chad Rudder. Excuse me.
Damn, I thought it was Greg.
Yeah, but Chad Rudder, he wrote the article, and at 20th overall, he had us taking Desmond Ridder, and then at 52 overall, he had us taking Sky Moore. Now, this is what he had to say in terms of why those two players and at those two spots.
With the search for Ben Roethlisberger's long-term replacement continuing, second-year offensive coordinator Matt Canada should be enamored with Ridder's maturity, arm talent, pocket poise, and ability to create yardage with his feet. Finding another receiver is another priority for Pittsburgh. More strong hands and explosiveness give him a shot to contribute early. I mean, makes sense.
It does. My initial reaction to it, I thought it was a little bit high for Desmond Ridder being a 20th overall, but then I had to look around and see what other quarterbacks had went off the board and when they went off the board. And in this article, he has Kenny Pickett going, I think it was 6 to Seattle, and then he had Malik Willis going 2 overall to the Detroit Lions.
I guess it's happening.
Yeah, so I'm like, when I see
that's two mocks.
Yeah, when I saw that, I'm like, okay, if you're operating under that premise, then sure, you don't think that
Ridder's the third quarterback,
right? Because you don't think that Ridder's because I think they had Sam Howell right after Ridder actually, but it was essentially you don't think that Desmond Ridder's going to fall into that second round or be around in the latter part of that second round. And for me, I was just like, man, I like those two players. I like them too if they're getting them paired together. I just don't like Desmond Ridder in the first round at 20th overall. I would much rather trade back into the second round and then just have multiple picks in that vein. And then, hey, if you think you can get Desmond, at pick 40 or something like that, you pick him there and then you get Sky Moore as well. Like, I would like that approach versus just...
And then you have an extra second or third round pick.
Right, versus, hey, man, this 20th overall, I seen these other guys go early. Let me just get this guy right now. I just don't think that Desmond is going to go off the board like that. Like, not in the first round. I don't see it right now, man.
Well, that's what got me thinking, too. It's just time for the draft to start because it seemed like Desmond Ridder was pretty much locked in second round for the most part this whole time.
Third round at worst.
Or the last pick in the first round. That's probably the highest I've seen him go in these mocks. Now, all of a sudden, going to 20. And if you're going to label it ideal picks, I don't really think that's an ideal pick for us. I'm with you taking Ridder at 20 like that. I don't think that's really good value for us.
And I think he would be a good player on the team, but 20th overall, we talked about it's a certain level of expectations that come with 20th overall. There's a certain level that you're expecting from him out the gate at 20th overall. And to me, I just don't think that Desmond is going to give you that or give you what we will be expecting at, if we take him in the 20th overall. I think if he's in the second round, it's a night and day conversation. I think that we're able to be more patient with him. I also think that it makes more sense, especially on the heels of us bringing in Mitch Trubisky anyways. It's like, man, don't waste that opportunity. You know what I mean? Trade back, get you an additional pick. So now, okay, you have your quarterback that you want to have in there in the competition or at least be on the roster the next couple of years, but you're still able to pick up the receiver. You're still able to pick up an additional second or third rounder, depending on what deal you can broker for that 20th overall selection. I just think that to me is just a more productive way, a more efficient way of doing that versus taking Desmond at 20th overall.
Yeah, I'm with you. And I sound like a broken record when I say I really don't want to draft a quarterback early at all in this draft. Yeah. But if we are going to draft one, unless it's Malik Willis in the first round, let's wait. Let's wait to the second. Yeah. So in my opinion, I think it would be smarter just to flip his picks in a way. Take a stud receiver in the first.
I like that.
Olave, Jamison Williams, whoever.
Yep.
And then take quarterback, whether it's between Sam Howell, Matt Corral, Desmond Ridder in the second, if any of them are there.
So I just looked at the article again. He had he had 3 quarterbacks going in the top 10.
Okay.
He had Malik Willis at 2.
Really?
Kenny Pickett went 6 to the Panthers, and then it was Matt Corral that went 9th to the Seahawks. That's how he had it.
So this is a mock draft for him?
Yeah. Or essentially
it's basically a mock draft then because you should be able to put a player for multiple ideal picks, right? It's like if this guy falls, this is an ideal pick for this team. Because
that's why I think that's how we ended up with Desmond Ridder in this exercise. Because otherwise, the ideal pick would be Malik or Kenny Pickett. You know what I mean? But in this vein, it's like, all right, I'm seeing all three of these guys off, and then right after we go at 20, at pick 26 overall, that's where Sam Howell goes off the board.
He basically just has all the quarterbacks inflated or mocked higher positions than what most other people are mocking them to.
Yeah.
That's basically what it is. Yeah, because like I said, I'm not really for drafting quarterback because I feel like it will be a little bit of a waste for this season at least. And we don't even know, as TG mentioned, we don't even know if any of these dudes are going to be better than Mitch or Mason.
Right. That's my whole hang-up.
This season or even long term. Because these dudes are still young. Like, we don't think Mitch or Mason are finished products
not
right
at all.
now.
Not even close to being finished. Yeah.
So that's the thing that bums me out. I liked your takeaway or your point of view on it last podcast, though, just from the standpoint of spicing up the quarterback room. Just bringing in another guy makes it a little more interesting. If you take that approach, I get it. I still don't like the thought of taking QB early.
Yeah, but I say even with that exercise, because I'm drawn off of the history of what the Seahawks did. They didn't take Russ in the first round. They didn't even take Russ in the second round.
Right.
So that's why for me, I'm like, if we're talking a mid-tier, second is like the highest I would want to go. And the only reason I say second is because the way they talked about these quarterbacks beforehand, like I said, Malik or Kenny, it was best case 20th overall at times, best case 15th. Now we're talking these dudes in the top 5. That's a totally different conversation. But for me, it's like, man, I would love at the earliest to be in the second round touching a quarterback. But more so if we can do something in that third, that's where I'm like, okay, I think you can still get quality value. But at the same time, you don't feel like it's a wasted pick this season because you already have multiple picks prior to that are going to be able to impact you this year. Whereas with these quarterbacks, like you said, there's no guarantee that they beat out Mitch this year. There's no guarantee that they beat out Mason Rudolph this year. And, you know, you're taking a guy in the first round and they can't beat that guy out. We're going to be sitting here like, bro, why do we do this? This doesn't make sense. It's not helping us. And especially when we're watching the team and we're saying, hey, man, what if we had a stud receiver? What if we would have had that extra corner? What if we would have got this linebacker or that safety? Like, that's the part that I definitely think we would be having that kind of buyer's remorse in a sense if we take one of these quarterbacks at 20th.
Oh, yeah. Just imagine what the 49ers last year, who they could have used extra.
Example.
I don't know their
Absolutely,
team inside and out, but, yeah, Trey Lance didn't even play at all.
Yeah.
And they were, in divisionals versus the Rams, right?
Yeah.
They didn't make it to the NFC Championship, but they had a good little run.
Yeah, they definitely did, man.
No, they did make it to the NFC Championship.
Yeah, they lost to the Rams in the NFC Championship. Yeah, because they
beat in the
San
second round.
They beat the Packers.
They beat the Packers.
Yeah.
That was a division.
Was
Who did
it.
they beat in the first?
The Cardinals.
You're right.
Yeah. No.
The Rams beat the
Cardinals. They beat.
Who they beat? Who they beat in the first round? They didn't have a bye, right?
Nah, heck no, they didn't have a bye. No.
They barely made the playoffs.
I'm trying to think. NFC. Was it Dallas? It was Dallas.
It was Dallas.
It was Dallas, yeah.
It was Dallas.
Dallas in Dallas.
So, yeah, maybe they could have used an extra player, though, in the first round. I mean, they traded up to 3 for Trey Lance for literally him to sit out the whole entire season.
No, he had one game. He had that little one game with Jimmy G.
He was bad, though, right?
Yeah, it didn't look good.
50% or something like that. Yeah, that could be our scenario if we do go quarterback early. You know who intrigues me a little bit right now?
Oh.
Especially if he falls to the second round, is Matt Corral.
Athletic, could throw.
Yeah, it seems like he's got a good arm. He's pretty pinpoint accurate from the stuff I've been watching.
I'm just upset with you if that's okay.
Why?
Because you made my job so difficult as it pertains to watching these quarterbacks because during the season, you were Team Kenny Pickett and every other quarterback sucked.
Right.
So my mindset before I watched any other quarterback was Kenny Pickett's the best, every other quarterback sucked. So it was so hard for me to like unthink that while I was watching the tape. So anything that
Kenny Pickett's number 1 on your rankings?
I mean, they would have, sit back and relax a little bit. But when I first started watching the tape on these guys, anything that they did bad, it was like, told you. Of course this dude sucks. What you mean he missed that? Of course he missed that read. You know why? He ain't Kenny Pickett. You know why? Because Deke told me all year Kenny Pickett was just this. And that guy, nope. And look at this game and watch this tape and look at these numbers. And that's why he's for Heisman. And yeah, man, I just wanted to let you know, like, you really made it difficult for me. I'm past that now, and that's why I'm able to talk about it to you. But about a month or two ago, I was really upset with you. Like, bro, I cannot stand the fact that when I watch these guys, guys, I'm always thinking negative. I'm looking for the negative solely because Deke said these guys suck and Kenny Pickett's the best prospect because Kenny Pickett should have won the Heisman. That's what you kept telling me, and I fed into it, Deke. I was like, yep, you are right. Yep, I don't care what. Oh, he missed that though. I don't care. Nope, that ain't nope. That ain't no drop by the. That's a drop by the receiver. That ball went behind. Nope. That's on him. He should have made it better though. He should have take a little off of it there. How about you do that? I blame you for that, man.
He's intriguing. He's a little taller than I thought too. I think he measured in at like almost 6'2". Yeah. And I was like, wait, what are some of the other quarterbacks around the league? What is their height? Some of the top guys. Aaron Rodgers. Yeah. Secretly 6'2". Yeah. I thought he was like 6'5".
Brady's tall like that.
Like Mahomes is what, 6'2", 6'3", too? So Corral, I mean, he's kind of fitting in with that new prototype here with the legs.
I was surprised he's more athletic than I thought. Like when I first thought of Matt, I didn't think of him as like as mobile as he was. But
I thought the opposite. I thought he was just mobile college quarterback. Didn't really have an arm like that. He's got a really nice arm.
See, I always thought he could throw, and maybe because I was watching the Alabama game, and I was like, you know what, yeah, man, slinging that rock. But it was early in the year, and that's probably why for me I was like, all right, I think he's more of a passer than this like mobile dude. But then I watched him, I'm like, oh no, he actually can run a little bit more than I thought.
He intrigues me in the second round. I still don't feel amazing about him in the first.
Yeah, like I said, I'm cool. Second round or even a third. If it's Desmond Ridder,
I don't even think he's gonna last to us in the second.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. I think Desmond, Sam Howell, and Karov, you're gonna get one of those. You're gonna have to go up in the second round. We can't wait till 52 to get those guys.
Well, and that's the thing. Whenever you mentioned you'd be okay even taking a dude in the third. Is the only guy in the third literally Carson Strong? Because I think that's the tier. Yes. You have the 5 or 6 that are first, second.
And the reason for Carson Strong because he has the injury. Because he's coming off of the knee. And then after.
And he was pretty bad in the Senior Bowl, too.
To an extent, sure.
Yeah.
But as a whole, when you look at his body of work last season, it was good. And my whole thing is just like, after him, that's when you wait until you're, at the end of the draft where you're talking your E.J. Perry's.
Zappy.
That's
South Dakota State, dude.
Was it a Dukung, and then even I keep hearing about the cat from Alabama A&M, Akil Glass. He's another quarterback I've seen as well, like in that undrafted or 7th round range. So, yep.
Yeah, I just thought Corral looked like he was like 5'10" or 5'11". That's why I was like, this is just a college quarterback. Nah, 6'1". He's got a good arm, a little mobile. I saw some of those RPOs he was doing down in Ole Miss.
No, man, he got a little wiggle on him, man.
Yeah, hit the slant, pretty pinpoint accurate. So I'm kind of intrigued by him. I probably have him 3 on my board out of the quarterbacks. Malik, Kenny, then him.
See, for me, I'm stuck between him and Desmond because, like, I like Desmond. I think Desmond is, like, polished. Like,
what's the deal with Ridder? It seems like he's the most. You're right, polished.
He's polished, but he's not the best at anything. He's not the most mobile.
Okay.
He doesn't have the strongest arm. He's not, the most prolific in terms of passing, crazy pinpoint accuracy. But to me, I think that he is the most polished in the sense of he's accustomed to, like I said, running the whole offense, right? Checking the line of scrimmage, all of the routes, everything like that. He does all of that. You look at him, he always looked like he's in command of the team. Then he's also a winner. I mean, in his 3 years there, he's lost, I think, 6 games total. And it was like not like he was at a powerhouse either. He was at Cincinnati where he really, when they were playing some of these bigger games, he had to be part of that reason why they were going to be successful and not. So I like that part about him as well. But then, like I said, at the Senior Bowl, you saw him do some more of the mobility stuff, do some more of the rollouts and throwing on the run and stuff like that. I just think for him, he's good at a lot of things, just not great at one thing. Whereas, like, when we talk about Malik, what do we say? Man, the athletic ability jumps off the screen. You know what I mean? Like, we think about that element of it. And it's just, even with Kenny to an extent, it's like we like certain things about him, but I just think that Kenny, I don't know, I just view him as, like, higher up, more talented, you know what I mean, than Desmond. But I just think that Desmond is just, if you're talking about leading the offense, I think Desmond is more ready to do that day one, but I don't think he's more talented than Kenny is day one, if that makes sense.
A little bit, maybe. Yeah. I think Kenny's ready to go, though, day one, too, right?
No, that's what I'm saying. But Kenny is more talented. I just think that Desmond is going to be easier to transition into that leadership role.
Kenny's a better passer.
Yeah.
But Ritter's got a little bit more of that mobility. And better physical too. What's he, like 6'4", 6'5"?
Yeah, he's tall, yeah.
He's got that speed. Are we overlooking him? That's my thing. Is like,
I don't think
whenever we talk about him being drafted in the first round, aren't those things that we're looking for? Like winning, leadership, just being able to get it done.
He checks all those boxes.
Even though he may not have the greatest arm strength. Although his arm strength looks fine.
Yeah.
Being accurate, being mobile, like, he seems like one of those dudes that people overlook and is like, man, why didn't we draft him earlier?
And then he turns out to be this good player. You're like, dude, we really missed out on this guy. Like, this is crazy.
You think it's mostly because of the potential stuff then?
I do personally. Yeah.
Yeah, then he might be the sleeper in this draft.
I like him. I don't like him at 20th overall, but I
don't
like
either.
him.
I don't really like any quarterback.
I like him. I don't like him at 20th overall.
Outside of Willis at 20, because I think Willis, I think sometimes you do have to play into the upside a little bit whenever you're drafting. Like, Willis could be generational here.
Yeah.
If he lives up to that potential, and you don't want to miss out on that.
Yeah. So.
All right. We were talking ideal picks. That's what I would do.
Yeah.
Is just maybe flip that. I don't want to take a quarterback, but I would understand way more if he had like. Now he basically did it in a mock draft form though.
Basically.
So I would do it like Jamison Williams, receiver in round 1, and then Matt Corral in round 2.
Yeah.
But that's not how he was doing it.
Yeah.
So
For me, I'm either Jamison Williams or Chris Olave, and then go with one of these quarterbacks, Desmond Ridder, Corral, in that second round. But I would prefer to just simply trade back if I wanted to get a quarterback that bad. I'd much rather just trade back, get me an additional second or an additional third, and then go from there, be able to get 2 of those guys. Like I said, you still can go Sky Moore in that second round, or whoever you want to go from that receiver perspective, and then you can still get the quarterback that you're looking for in terms of Desmond if you really wanted to get Desmond, or if you really wanted to get Matt. But you just have to make sure you have that pick early in the second round, and I would go that route.
Yeah, the whole quarterback in the second round is probably my just objective point of view. Like, all right, if we're going to take a quarterback, this is how I'd want us to do it. I'd prefer we either go linebacker, receiver, one way or another.
Okay.
Round 1, if we go receiver, Jameson Williams, Olave. Round 2, then take, like, Smith out of Penn State or Christian Harris. Something, you know what I mean? Something like that.
Yeah.
If you go linebacker round 1, Devin Lloyd, Nakobe Dean, then you go Sky Moore, Christian, some receiver in round 2. That's how I would. Yeah. Like, that's how I would prefer it.
Nah, I'm with you. Like I said, just don't want to do the quarterback at 20. Alrighty. So before we go to the next topic, let's hop in these supers, and then we shall roll some more.
All right, where are we at?
Last time
I'm
was
good.
the pizza thing, right? Or no, it was
Robinson.
Yeah, so we should be at Derek Nelson then. Yep.
We're loading a train with soybeans.
Oh.
LOL. So I'm on top of it while it moves. Last comment got cut off. Been going since 1 a.m. Wow, I'm in the 605 South Dakota.
Oh, you going hard then. Let's get it, man. Let's get it, baby. No, I like that, man. Shout out to the soybean people out there as well, man. Dude, my man said I'm on top of the train while it moves. He was happy about that. Hey, yo, you be careful, all right? Because you're definitely commenting while you're on the train, or at least while you were on the train. Please be careful up there, all right?
Najee Lau.
Though, bro. I kind of like that.
He says, okay, so this is the guy. Devion Smith is one of my boys. He got caught for wanting pizza instead of chicken salad.
Wow. Well, I don't blame him because I ain't gonna lie, man. I ain't a fan of chicken salad either. I want pizza, pepperoni, meat lovers, Yeah. Are you a chicken salad over pizza guy?
I hate salads.
Okay,
I would just pick the chicken off. Absolutely hate salads. It's like eating grass to me.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd prefer pizza.
Fair enough.
But maybe those was that the team food or the team menus or whatever, the chicken salad.
Yeah, we need to find out what team
he was complaining about
what team was it?
Not having pizza. I don't
know. What team you think it was?
No, I think we would have heard about it way more if it was Pittsburgh.
What team you think it is? Just another team outside of Pittsburgh, or you taking Pittsburgh? Pittsburgh or the Field? There we go.
The Field.
The Field?
We would have heard about it way more if it was Pittsburgh, okay. I think.
I'm hoping so. I'm going to take the Field as well.
Jacob Malacio says, talk about Deontay, please.
Oh, my man.
What happened?
They said he scrubbed the social. He did the Kyler Murray.
No.
He posted the picture of the Lambo truck. He had the Lambo truck with the bust down. Oh my goodness, with the Frank Mueller. Yeah, this he had the bust down like Cartier, and he had the Lambo truck pick. And after that, it was like, yo, he clicked it off. This is the stupidest. I haven't looked to see the rest, but that was that yeah.
This is the stupidest thing. It is, dude.
They said that's how you get the check now, man.
Nah, that's
he's got to hit him with the, hey yo, wipe all that stuff off my page now. Yeah.
Doesn't mean anything now. One, it was stupid when Kyler Murray did it. Like, I don't think anyone does anyone respect that or like say, oh man, that was an awesome thing to do. Right. You really got him there with that. No, it feels very like immature,
Mm-hmm.
childish. Like, bro, come on, are you serious?
That's what he said, man. Yeah.
But like now, how many people have done it? So now it just means nothing.
It loses its flair.
Yes.
All right. Kyler was cool because he was the first one to do it.
First
now
one to
it's
do
just
it, made some
eh.
headlines. Still didn't like it. I still thought it was really stupid. But
Yeah,
now, like,
yeah.
a bunch of people have done it.
Yeah, man.
So it's just this snowball of just, I don't know, scrubbing social. Is this what we've become? Is this what we're doing right now?
That's what it's looking like, man. That's what, so. What are your thoughts on it? Because
It's
people are
stupid.
asking. I mean, what do you do with Deontay now? Does the trade conversation pop back up for Deontay, or do we just look at this and be like, oh, all right, he's just acting out, or is he the new AB, or do you just go ahead and say, you know, we're gonna pay you what you want to pay you?
He's not the new AB.
That's what I was saying. I was about to say, I remember how AB was. I do not want to put that on anybody. Okay, he ain't got that vibe.
He's
He ain't
not
got
the
that
new
vibe.
AB. The thought of trading him, though.
Because they say like if he holds out or anything like that.
Whoa.
Because I think Kyler Murray he's been on record saying that he's not going to play without the new deal.
Right.
And then obviously Debo Samuel.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It
Is
was
Deontay
DJ,
now
AJ
in that mix?
Brown, was it Terry McLaurin? Like all three of those guys are in similar, disputes where they want extensions and stuff like that.
So Deontay's in that mix now.
I mean, when you're comparing those three to Deontay, where does he stack up? Terry McLaurin, Debo Samuel, and AJ Brown. Where's Deontay stacking that mix?
It's a good question. Based off last year's production, he's actually 2, but I would probably put him last on that list.
Okay, so tell me why first.
So AJ Brown, he's just a stud all-around receiver. You know, in baseball they say like 5-tool player.
Oh,
Like,
yeah, he's that guy.
that
Yeah,
type
he's
of
that guy.
receiver that you'd
Mhm.
want, all-around receiver. Debo Samuel, awesome utility guy, and did he make All-Pro last year?
Yes.
He should have.
He
if
was
he
first
didn't.
team All-Pro if I remember correctly.
Yeah, he should have if he didn't. Like Deontay hasn't reached that level, and then between
Debo was filthy last year, bro. Yeah.
Deontay and McLaurin I'd say it's pretty close. We just haven't really seen McLaurin have the drops like Deontay, but also McLaurin has had some bad quarterback play and still putting up some production. So I think and he's just a speedster, could take the top off. He's more of a deep threat than Deontay too. So that's why I think I'd put Deontay 4, just off the top of my head.
For me, I was debating 3 or 4. I said, man, AJ Brown, I think is the clear-cut best. I think Debo is definitely, if Debo was a pure receiver, like his productivity that he had last year was just purely a receiver, then he would be number 1. But because he's still more of
It's like, can you keep that up?
right,
now?
it's like you're a receiver, but we're going to hand you the ball off as well. Like he's a little bit more gadgety in a sense. That's why I have him at 2. Terry, the exact same thing you just said. It's like Terry doesn't have the drops. Terry has played with way worse quarterback in terms of that situation and organizational dysfunction. Let's not forget that. That definitely, Lord, anybody playing in that area with that organization, God bless you. But just recency bias, I would slightly put Deontay ahead of Terry just based off of last season.
Sure, that's fine.
But I think body of work, I think I take Terry, but I think I definitely take Terry's body of work over Deontay's. But if we're just talking about last year going into this season, I would take Deontay over Terry.
Yeah, makes sense. So what type of contract these dudes trying to get? I mean,
Bro,
20 plus.
He gonna want that dub. He want that 20 piece, man. I'm get the 20 McNugget. He want the 20 McNugget as well.
And if Deontay feels like he's in the same class as those dudes, that's what I was talking about. Maybe 15 was a bargain. Maybe we should have said, all right, let's do that 15 and get
But
it
is
over
15 a bargain just to keep him quiet, or is 15 a bargain because you think he's worth more? That's
15
my
might
thing.
be fair, though, now, with some of these contracts these receivers are getting.
Nah.
But we could just draft dudes in the first round or second round, and I wouldn't be shocked if they come in and get 800-900 yards just like that. We're seeing a bunch of these rookie receivers perform really early and be really good.
If you had to choose between Deontay Johnson, Chris Olave, or Deontay Johnson and Jameson Williams, how are you rolling with that?
Going into next year?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Contracts included, where they're at in their careers.
Absolutely.
We're considering
because
all that
is very much in this
Yeah,
conversation.
yeah,
because Deontay, without getting paid 15 plus million, it's like give me Deontay every day of the week. But when you're talking about Deontay getting 17, 18, or 19, or even 20 in extent, I don't know how I feel about that. So I'm just trying to
And
see
you're
what you feel
getting
about that. Yeah.
these receivers on a rookie deal.
Absolutely. So you got them locked in for at least 4 years, potentially 5 years.
So it's either of those first round receivers.
Because I
with
was
Claypool.
like, the whole Sky Moore thing, I'm like, yes, that would cheat in this argument because, all right, he's projected going that second. And it's like, yeah, we think he's good, but is he going to come in and day one be Deontay or first season be Deontay? Whereas we think with Chris Olave and Jameson Williams, those two dudes are legitimate potential wide receiver 1 caliber type guys. And the only reason Jameson, like I said, he's even in this conversation at 20 is because of the injury. If he didn't have this injury, it's not even a debate.
He's the best receiver.
He's the best receiver in the
it's
class.
Not even close.
Yeah. So that's why I'm asking, like, in that vein, like, which one would you rather go? And I think we'll put a poll in here too, man. Can I put? Is it okay?
Good question.
Want me to put the poll up?
Sure.
Ask for the poll.
Ask the chat. No, I'm good.
Just, you sure you know what to ask for?
I'm sure.
You sure?
Yeah.
You sure?
I promise. Yeah.
Listen, I will not judge you.
You can
man.
ask though.
How do you want me to word the poll? Would you rather have Deontay Johnson next season for $15+ million or Chris/Jameson Williams? I'll put it like that. That makes sense.
That works for me.
All right. Who do you want next season?
So you think we're gonna have to pay him?
I think so. If he's already talking about it right now, if he's already,
Scrubbing the social media.
if you're doing this type of stuff now, what makes you think it's gonna get better? That's my only question.
Right.
And this whole be quiet and just hope for the best, that's not how you get paid these days. Like, sometimes it works, but you also see the guys that are quiet and they don't get paid. They don't get what they want, and it hurts their careers. So in a sense, it's like I don't see it going the other way. I don't see him doing this and then it just gets quieter and everything is happy-go-lucky because OTAs have started. No, I think it's one of those things where you don't see him for OTAs. You don't see him for mini camp, because you take the 3 days that you would potentially have for the mandatory mini camp, and it's like, man, you could do the math on. I think it's $30,000 a day, so you're looking at $90,000 total. But if you're about to get a mega $1 million contract where you're talking getting paid 15+ per year, you're not tripping on that because you're saying to yourself, number one, I'm sending my message. Number two, I'm protecting my physical health as well. So that's why for me, it's like I don't think that this is gonna be one of those things that it just goes away. I think he'll show up to training camp, but I don't think his participation is going to be that similar to the vein that we saw at TJ Watt. And what did we just see with Deontay watching TJ? What did TJ do last year? He showed up, but did he practice? Nah. But did he get paid? Yes. And granted, they're two different vein of players, but if Deontay is saying, I want to get paid, he has an example of a guy that got paid.
If I'm in the 3 or 4 other receivers that are doing the same method right now of saying I'm not playing until I get a contract. If he views himself like that type of route makes sense then. Mm-hmm. If he wants to sit out, hold in, whatever the hell it is. I don't know if we want that though this year. I think we were fine with it last year because one, it was TJ, but also, we had Ben. It was like, all right, whatever. We're going to figure it out. Like if we still had Ben, I think it's a different story. Mm-hmm. But now having a new quarterback, whether it's Trubisky, Mason, or one of these dudes that we draft, wouldn't you like everyone there from the start?
All right, so I'm putting
build
the
off
poll
of
up.
what Trubisky was doing, like down in Florida, where everyone's together practicing and stuff.
The poll is up, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. Who do you want next season? Deontay at $15+ million or Jameson/Olave? All right, so
are we drafting 2 receivers then if we trade Deontay?
What depends on what you get for him? What do you think his market is right now? Is he worth a second-round pick?
At least. At least.
But
it would have to be a second
we say
round pick,
at least, but it's hard to say, hey, give us a first-round pick from when you're still going to have to sign him to an extension because that's probably going to be a part of the trade. And if DK Metcalf is in the conversation of a first-round draft pick, right, are we saying that Deontay is in the same conversation as a DK?
Is DK more than a first? But you got to pay him too.
Yeah, because you still got to pay him.
He's at least a second. I don't think any worse than a second, though.
Okay.
You're right. First might be pushing it, but maybe a team really likes Deontay.
No, fair, yeah. I mean, if a team really likes him, sure. But I think that the same reasons as to why we're hesitant to want to commit that type of money, other teams are going to look at that and see similar things in terms of, all right, what is this drop situation looking like? What is the mental toughness looking like? Excuse me. And that could make them be a little bit more hesitant when they're talking about, hey, I don't know if I want to give up a first-round draft pick. What if I give you a second and a fifth, or like some kind of combination like that?
I think that'd be fine.
Yeah.
Ooh, maybe is that the real question though?
What?
If we trade Deontay for a second, because we're gonna have to draft 2 receivers unless we're gonna sign a free agent dude.
Yeah.
So it'd be like basically Deontay for like a Christian Watson or Sky Moore. That doesn't feel as equal, but if we get rid of Deontay, that could
You're gonna
increase
get an
the
extra pick, yeah.
urgency for us taking a dude in the first round,
Yeah.
though. You could
But
almost
now-
view that
yeah,
as
like
the
I said,
trade-off.
And this the thing too. If you get the first round draft pick for Deontay, great. Now you got 2 ones. If you get a second and a 6, at least you know you have 2 second round draft picks now. So you still are in. You know,
still
you're
draft
able
that
to make
receiver.
whatever you want to do. Absolutely. And like we said, you don't have to necessarily go receiver twice in the second round. You could go receiver in the first 2 picks and then pick up another receiver potentially later or in free agency, because there's still some names out there that are available that we think could come in and contribute. And if you're talking about
Yeah, if we get rid of Deontay, then I think
now
Will Fuller's in play.
that's what I'm saying. So
Someone
it's like
like
you
that.
have those type of options solely based off of not paying him that type of money.
Because you could probably get Will Fuller for less than
Mhm.
15. I'd say a given. You could probably
Yeah.
get him for like 10 or something like that.
That's all I'm saying, man.
A 2-year deal, 10 million a pop, 1-year deal for 7-8 million, something like that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Just because he's always been hurt. He's a really good player.
Yeah.
I think it's a fair conversation.
It is. I mean,
It absolutely
it's the social
is.
media scrub.
We were-
the social media scrub would do it, man.
But we were talking about that even before he did the social media show. I didn't even see it, but that obviously shows that he's a little unhappy. He's not thrilled with how
Yeah.
things are going, probably contract-wise or just organizationally, how they view
Yeah.
him.
Well, the negotiations, they do that. And like I said, it's for him, he doesn't have the luxury of being able to pick up the phone and hear from other teams. Like, I know, like I said, my situation during, before free agency started, they were talking one way, and you're like, yo, this is disrespectful. But then it took me being able to have that open weekend where you can pick up the phone and talk to other teams to have the Steelers change their tune. For Deontay, he doesn't get that luxury. For Deontay, he's looking around at different markets and saying, hey, this receiver got that receiver got that.
Now these receivers are holding
Right.
out.
But he can't necessarily say, hey, I have the Seahawks and they're willing to pay me X amount. If you don't pay me, I'm signing there. So for the Steelers, they don't have to operate with that type of urgency. They don't have to feel like they don't have leverage, because they still do. If Deontay plays hardball and holds out, they still can find that man if they want to the full extent. And for him being, a non-first round draft pick, even though he's made good money, he hasn't made the type of money where he can just sit out all of training camp or all of mini camp and training camp to prove a point, because that would hurt him a lot more than a TJ Watt, for example, who was already a first round draft pick coming into this thing.
Yeah. Because we brought this up a little bit, probably, 2-3 weeks ago. And
Mhm.
my sentiment at the end of it was like, I'd still like to see Deontay this year.
Me
but
too.
we didn't have this whole scrubbing of the social media going on. It felt like
Yeah.
Deontay wanted
Because
his
remember, it was
15,
like the
wanted a new
agent.
contract.
It was more so, okay, the agent has said that this is what he wants. So it was like, okay, you're doing it the politically correct way, and we respect that.
Right.
But now with the social media scrubbing thing, it's just like, all right, man, like where is this going? What's next?
What did you vote? Wow.
I haven't looked at it. What does it say? Is it? Oh,
You want to close the
Lord.
poll?
Sheesh. All right. It's been 4 minutes that the poll has been in. 110 people have participated in the poll. You all right?
I'm good.
Why are you laughing like that, bro? It's just 113 people. We had a couple more people get on. All right. So 115 people have been on this poll. All right.
Wow.
This poll has
It's
been in
just
for
telling.
5 minutes. And yeah, it's a landslide, ladies and gentlemen. 81%. I'm going to stop it now. 81% says they would much rather have Jamison Williams and Chris Olave, or one of those two, instead of paying Deontay Johnson 15 mil plus, going forward. So, wow, that is definitely interesting, man. That's interesting. And I put it at
What'd you
15. I
vote?
tried to lowball. I tried to put I didn't want to put the 18. I was like, 18 is going to be a little starch. 20 is like, it's harsh.
He said 15.
Yeah.
Would you vote?
Well, I don't participate in the vote.
Ah.
I put the poll in. That's my job. I put the poll in. Y'all work on the poll, so it's all good, man. What did you put on the poll? You put no or yes. Or you a Olave or you a Deontay guy? I put it at 15 for you, man, so you can feel a little better.
I picked the first round receiver.
Where's your loyalty?
When it came down to decision time, that's what I said.
I'm just starting to question all that loyalty that I heard for you last year at the softball game. The way you looked at Deontay Johnson, man, I don't know about your loyalty, man.
Listen, dude. He's the one that's scrubbing social media.
It's the social media scrub, bro. Like, why is he doing that? Why do you have to go that road?
That's bad.
This is the new wave. It's the new wave. You know, we gotta respect it. We gotta, you know.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do.
I don't
Come on, man. Listen,
That's bad, dude.
the new generation, they make money off of social media. They expand their platforms on social media. They get a following, a fan base to help them and you know, to boost them up on social media. So if they want to express their, you know, disdain with the organization or them being
Dude,
spurned,
just say it in a tweet. That's all. Just say,
Well,
like,
you know,
I'm not happy with the Steelers right now.
But you know what?
Come on.
You know
man.
what? A tweet could be like, oh, he's just in his feelings right now. A full scrub, he took time, or he at least paid someone to take time to go through and get all that off. That's all I'm saying, man.
I think I'd rather the head-on approach.
Well, not everybody is as, you know, blunt. Some people want to be a little bit more, you know, let me go the passive-aggressive route. Let me, here, put you in a box.
How about do neither, though?
I'm in the do neither vein and just pick up the phone and talk to the organization, but at the same time,
Talk to the organization.
He's not like us, bro. Like,
figure
we're
out
older.
stuff behind
We're
the
older.
scenes.
He's what, 23, 24?
He's got to be close to my age. He's probably like 26, 27. I'm 28.
Let's pull it up. Let's see.
What do you think? I'm saying
25.
I'm saying 26.
Okay.
Are we saying right now or?
Yeah, right now.
Right now, exactly. Right
25 at the latest. I mean, at the oldest.
You're right, 25. He will be 26 for this season, though.
All right, so I was right then.
You were definitely right.
Yes.
I'll give you that credit.
So I'm just thinking to myself at 25, I probably was not saying, hey, you know, let me go talk to the organization. In fact, I know I wasn't. In fact, I would still get pissed with the organization.
Is that a normal thing, or do you just do it all through agent? Can you actually? I mean, you can.
You can.
Is that
It's
a
just
proper
awkward.
approach, though?
I mean, it's no wrong way to approach them. It's just how awkward do you want it to be? Because it's going to be awkward for one of y'all if the answer isn't what you expect it to be. If you walk up there and you're like, bro, man, like, I want to get paid this. Like, what's up? And they're like, well, we think you're this. Now who's awkward? It's awkward for me until I tell you, well, what if I smacked it out you? You know what I mean? And then you tell me what I'm worth now. You know what I mean? Now it's like, oh, now it's back awkward to you. But like you said, you still got to work. It's a work relationship. And this, like I said, at 25, it's a different mindset. I'm 34 now. 34, you're way more mature. Even at 30, I was way more mature. But early 20s, like, you take it personal. It's not a business to you.
He's done a lot of good things. Man.
It's not a business to you on that first contract,
a decent
man.
amount to the Steelers over these past couple of years.
You definitely take it personal. Like, I remember taking Buffalo personally. Like, dude, what you mean? Like, you just, because you're still so fresh out of college in the sense of,
they loved you up in Buffalo.
yeah,
too,
yeah. And the thing was, everything was still good. I just couldn't separate the business from the personal relationship. So it's like, how can you be, you know, how can we eat together, GM, and everything is good, but now that it's time to negotiate a contract, you acting funny. You're saying these things like, hey, head coach, how can you tell me that you like me, you want me to be your starter, and I'm this and that, but when I'm over here like, yo, tell them what I mean, tell them what I'm worth, now you don't want to do that, now I got an issue with you, you know? I don't want to hear about regimes. I don't want to hear about, oh, this DC is leaving, this guy's coming in, do you fit this? I don't care about any of that. My heart's here. Y'all drafted me. I should stay. Y'all should make me stay. But that's the part where it's like when you're first going through it, it's hard to take that away because in college, you love that place because you chose to go there and they love you and everybody's always kumbaya. Same with your high school. So when you get drafted, you're thinking it's going to be the same way. And you hear other people talk about contracts, but until you actually go through it, you're like, nah, it ain't no business, man. What you mean? Like, bro, coach just invited me over. Oh, the GM just told me this. Like, what you mean? We're good. And then it's like, oh, this is what you mean. I don't like this anymore. I want to fight everybody in here. And he's like, what you mean I can't fight these guys? Like, I want to uppercut that guy. I want to hit him, and I'm going to elbow drop him just because he's matching his suit. Like, yeah. So for Deontay, it's like, I can understand, man, like, you know, this is his way of expressing himself. When I was going through it, like younger guy or guys my age group, it wasn't a big social media thing like that. It wasn't Instagram. It was Twitter. Yeah, Facebook, but people weren't as aware, weren't as hip to that type of stuff. So I just think like for Deontay, it's like, man, that's just his way of expressing it because that's what they do in this time frame. So I don't fault it, but it is hard to take that heart away from it though, man.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're talking about getting rid of Deontay almost in like a heartless way.
Yeah.
In a business type of way.
Right.
It's like, how can we replace his production?
Yeah. And that is the business part, but that was the other reason that I had to learn even media-wise, like how to as a player, how to respect media members.
Like it ain't that deep.
It's
bro.
not.
You know what I mean? It's just we want the Steelers to do good.
It's not that deep for us. But when it's your career on the line and the people are criticizing you, the people are saying, oh, just get rid of him and bring that guy in, it does hit a little different because it's like, yo, this is my livelihood. That's the part where it's like you got to understand as the player how to just manage those feelings a little bit better. It's not easy. It takes time. And that's why it's like, for me, like, I think that's why I'm a little bit more like understanding of some of these dudes when they go through this. Cause it's like, yeah, it's a sucky feeling, but it's just one of those things like you just got to go through it to get more experience and then to really understand like, all right, this is how I should feel. This is how I should process this next time. This is how I should express myself next time. And this is probably what I should not do, next time.
Yeah, who knows? The draft could be fireworks then. If
Bro,
we do a Deontay trade and we have like multiple
say,
first-round picks or
and
multiple picks, then we draft like 2 new receivers, our team
now.
looks completely different. Like draft day could be electric for us.
Low key, that could. I mean, Kevin Colbert has been on one. He's been on one.
Yeah, man. I mean, here's my thing with the whole scrubbing social media. I hate saying it. It sounds like the stupidest thing. Scrubbing social media versus like
he's spurned, man.
Yeah, he's spurned a little bit.
He's spurned a little bit, man.
Or going to the organization, talking with who would he even talk to? GM, or he wouldn't talk to Rooney directly, would he?
Well, put it like this: normal places, no, but in Pittsburgh, you could talk to Mr. Rooney.
Okay. Either way, going that route, like you could go and say, "Man, I want this contract. We work this out." If they give you a bad number, can't you just say like, "Hey, can we work this out behind the scenes? Could you trade me?" Or is it not as simple as? Well, I wouldn't even say it's simple in the NBA anymore because, I mean, Simmons wanted to be traded,
right?
And Morey played hardball, so it all depends on who you're dealing with.
Yeah, it's really a case-by-case situation because for a player that they don't value or they think they can get more assets from, they're like, yeah, go for it if we got a younger guy that we're excited about. But on the flip side, I remember when, certain guys were trying to get traded and either their market wasn't there or whatever was going on and it couldn't get facilitated. It's hard to continue to say that to a player and then that player is eventually like, well, just cut me. And no team is going to just do that to a person like Deontay. And that was kind of, with Debo when he was having his whole ordeal, it became that. It's like, okay, if you're not going to trade me, you're going to tell me it's this and that, or we can't find a suitor. Okay, well, just cut me. Why you keep dragging me along? And that was why he started to act out a lot more as well. So
yeah, we can't cut Deontay.
Right, and that's the thing. So it's like if you're Deontay, you're like, hey, trade me. And they're like, well, we'll look, but if we don't find a partner that we feel like gets us value, say they're only getting 3rd and 4th round offers, and they're like, no, we think you're worth 1st or 2nd. You say you don't do that, but if you're Deontay, do you want to hear that? No, it's like if you're not going to trade me, pay me.
Right.
And if you're saying, hey, we're not going to pay you 15 plus, but we're also not going to trade you because we're not getting better than a 3rd round offer, now we have a situation here. So it's like, yes, we've communicated. Yes, it was simple in terms of what we were talking about. But the execution of it to make both of us happy, now we're at a crossroads here. And for Deontay, you say to yourself, and this isn't what's going on. I don't know the details. Right. Just giving you an example. But when you're in that situation, you say to yourself, okay, well, what am I going to do? Do I sit here and hope that the organization is not jacking my chain, in the sense of, oh, yeah, we just can't find a partner. We just can't get a market until the trade deadline passes? Or do I say, all right, I want to get my money. How do I go about getting that? Let me go public now. Let me put a tweet out. Let me scrub the social media. Let me go through my agent. Let me do this. Let me do that to just try to bring more pressure to the organization to make them have to do something, whether it's pay me, trade me, or cut me, but force their hand.
You start doing that, they're not going to pay you.
Right.
I would assume.
Right. But at the same time, we've seen before where it's like this organization won't pay this player because of this going on, but he goes over here, they'll pay him over there. Because they're saying to ourselves, well, hey, man, he's only upset.
The trademark at least himself, whereas like, man, I don't know how much due diligence the Steelers really did on this. Maybe it was just 1 or 2 teams.
Yep.
Whereas if I put it out public, then all the teams know.
They know what's up. Absolutely.
Yeah, man. Interesting stuff. Steelers definitely have the leverage because
without a doubt.
It comes to that point where it's pay me or trade me. It's like, all right, if neither of them fit with the Steelers right now, you're under contract, bro.
They got it for 2 years, at least.
With
at least
tag,
2 years.
Yeah.
At least 2 years. 3 years if they wanted to do the double tag. If they wanted to go franchise or transition franchise, however they wanted to do it, they got that ammo, for this situation. So for Deontay, it's like, bro, just figure out the best way to communicate with them, man, and hope for the best. But they are kind of in the driver's seat right now, in the sense of if you play hardball and they play hardball, it's going to cost you a lot more than it's going to cost them. Yeah.
End of the day, if you don't exactly get what you want in this short term, you play good this season, you're going to get paid one way or another.
No, facts, absolutely.
Franchise tag, that's not the optimal approach for players.
But it's not the worst thing.
Yeah, exactly, because you're getting paid top 5 money for your position.
Yep.
All right, we want to go back to these super chats
yes,
at all?
indeed, man. Let's see where we left off at Keith Barnaby, because that was Jacob Malacio asking about Deontay.
All right, I don't think I have him.
All right. Keith Barnaby, which let me know where you're left off at then.
I am at Tyler LaQuatra.
Oh, you're right one under then. Okay, perfect. Keith Barnaby says, how about we sign Tariq Cohen, sign Tyrann Mathieu, trade Chase Claypool, and a 2024 first rounder for DK Metcalf. So trade Claypool and a first rounder from for 2024 draft for DK Metcalf.
I don't think we'd have to include a first rounder.
I don't know. Then he also says trade Deontay for a second rounder to make up for the lost pick. 100 hashtag here we go. I'm GM for real. LOL. Jamison Williams at 20 and Danny Gray at third. The third. Lord have mercy. Boy, that was a lot.
So
I gotta take me something to drink, man. He's made my mind hurt, man. I can't think like that right now. Lord.
Our receiver combo is now DK Metcalf and Jamison Williams.
Yeah.
How do you feel? It sounds like a pretty good receiving core. I don't think we'd have to give up a first and Claypool because Seattle wouldn't have to pay Claypool for another year. That's kind of valuable. So I think it could just be like Claypool in a third or Claypool in a second. I don't think you have to give up a first.
Probably Claypool in a second then. Because I'm just thinking DK Metcalf. Like, if it's a straight up DK compared to Chase, DK is the better receiver.
Yeah, so you'd have to give a little something. Yeah. But now we're paying DK, so that
true,
hurts
but DK is also a young.
Oh, he's a stud.
Yeah, and he's wide receiver 1.
Like, I'd rather pay DK than Deontay or Claypool.
Yeah.
If you're giving me that option. I think DK's got more top 10 potential than either of those guys.
I would agree.
His second season was crazy.
Yeah,
1,400 yards.
He still got the little droppies, though.
Yeah.
He got them droppies. He got them droppies. Oh. Who has more droppies, him or Deontay?
It doesn't feel like DK's are as bad, though, because he makes huge plays.
I feel like DK makes the phenomenal plays, but he'll also have the astronomical how did you
wide
drop
open
that?
70-yard touchdown.
Yeah,
perfect.
Yeah,
right in the basket
he'll
by
drop
Russell
that
Wilson.
one. Yeah, whereas Deontay, good all around, but you definitely feel those drops or it was a drop, but we're not gonna put it as a drop. Whoever gave us that statistic last year, we only had 2 drops last year. It was I don't know which games y'all were watching, but maybe that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, probably since we watched him too so frequently.
Mm-hmm.
Just felt like it sucked a lot with his toward the latter half of the year. It's like, man, we needed that to keep the first down going. Like, with how our offense is moving, we need to be on schedule and all this stuff, and it would just screw us. And those couple in the playoff game, I'm telling you, one of those would have been a touchdown. And that was early in the game. It was wide open. No one was behind him.
I think it was the quarterback, man. The quarterback should have took something off of it.
I'm at Tyler. Tyler?
Yes. Yep.
All right. If we can't get Willis, under no circumstance should we take a QB on the first 3 rounds. We have too many needs. Young and Stroud next year. He's already looking forward to next year's draft.
Man, all right.
How do you feel about Bryce Young? It seems like he's got a pretty small frame. Not that that's the end of the world, but
yeah, he's just tiny looking, but I'm not against it. I haven't watched him on that. Like, I've watched him to know he's really good, and I think that, if he was coming out this year, he would probably be the number 1 guy. But I haven't cut it on and let me analyze every little thing about him just to that extent, him or CJ.
Well, either way,
and I think both of them were at times one looked dominant, like they were going to be the surefire guy, then the other time it was the other guy. But at the same time, both of those guys had their little struggles as well. So like I said, both of those dudes though. How do you feel about both of those guys versus taking a Malik in this year's draft?
It's just tough, dude, because a lot can change in a year. Sam Howell was the number 1 pick for this class before college football started, and we saw that played out. He's like a second-round pick. So same can be said for Bryce Young, C.J. Stroud, any of these dudes that they're really talking up for next year's quarterback class. A lot can change. Yeah. And Malik Willis, that's what I mean. I don't think it matters that much about this QB class kind of stuff because last year's QB class was one of the best in the last decade, and they sucked. Not saying they're gonna keep sucking, but
Deke said, yo, they sucked.
they did. Like
yeah.
Mac Jones was the best quarterback, and he was just solid. Like there wasn't anything that like blew you away.
Yeah,
There wasn't any rookie season like Cam Newton whenever he came in. You know what I mean?
I would agree.
So I don't know. Malik Willis, he could be awesome. He could be awesome in the pros. He played at Liberty. There's a lot of things that hurt him playing at Liberty. I mean,
What you mean? What can hurt him playing at Liberty, man?
he didn't have the best players around him.
Oh, come on. Don't play. You're probably right.
Did he not have the best resources? Who knows?
Yeah.
There's how many small school quarterbacks that come into the pros and play really well, and then not even draft like Malik Willis to be drafted in the late first round. That sounds like bad compared to maybe some of these quarterbacks coming in the next class, because we're all expecting
Top five.
Yeah,
Gotta
there's
go
4 or
top
5 guys that
Yep.
are gonna be in the top 15, but bro, there's quarterbacks that are taking second round, third round,
Yeah.
late first round. Deshaun, what was he taking? Like middle of first round.
Yeah.
He became a really good quarterback in the pros. So
Yeah.
I don't really take too much stock into it. Like, there's just a lot that can change in a year.
Yeah.
Like, if you think Malik Willis is going to be good, he's just going to
take
be
him,
good in
yeah.
the pros, right?
If you like him, you
don't
like
worry
him.
about all
Yeah.
this. Man, how does he compare to other quarterbacks in other classes?
Yeah.
You think he's going to be a good pro? Just take him.
Yeah.
I don't think all that stuff matters.
If you like the guy, you likes the guy.
Because what was the Mahomes class, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was
that
the
was
one with
Trubisky and
Deshaun
all that
Watson?
was, yeah. Mm-hmm.
They're saying that was one of the worst classes.
Yeah.
I mean, you got Mahomes and Watson in that one, though.
Mm-hmm.
And who knows what Trubisky becomes. Like, he could be a really good quarterback, too. So it might be a really good class for all 3 of those guys.
I can't stand you, bro. Who knows? Mitch might be a really good quarterback going for it. You know why? Because he's black and gold all of a sudden. You know what I mean? That's how this thing goes.
He got that Pro Bowl.
I think your boy Mac Jones got a Pro Bowl too. Mac Jones did
Oh,
have a
my
Pro Bowl.
God.
Yeah.
That was bad, though.
He got a Pro Bowl, and he scored in the Pro Bowl, too.
That was bad.
He scored in the Pro Bowl.
He
And
shouldn't have
he
got
did
that.
the great. Remember?
That was a Tyrod, Jameis, Winston type of Pro
Yo.
Bowl.
First off, chill with the Tyrod slander, okay? Chill. It's my son's
Andy
birthday.
Dalton Pro
but
Bowl.
yeah, put Andy Dalton in there. Don't you put it on Tyrod, man. Tyrod earned his Pro Bowl, man.
I don't know how many Pro Bowls Andy Dalton has. Maybe he has,
I think he has a couple.
does he have 3 or 4?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll give him one of those because he had one of them that was like a really nice statistical season.
Yeah.
But some of these other ones are bullshit.
They say he was like the king of the AFC North for a little while.
No way. No way.
All right, we got Let's Go UW.
It's the Pittsburgh Maulers. No way. It was the guy. He's on the Maulers.
Oh, wow.
Really?
That is not a good look.
Next one. Tony Daniel II. Trade DJ for Alexander or Douglas from the pack. Gary Alexander.
I mean, they just signed Sammy Watkins, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that their receiving core then? It's just Sammy Watkins.
Sammy, was it Valdez Scantling?
They lost one of the dudes to the Chiefs. It was either Scantling or Lazard. I can't remember, but they lost one of them to the Chiefs.
I
They
don't
paid
know
him
which
so
one it was.
much.
Yeah, I don't know which one it was.
Juju
but it
got
was
the
one or
$3
other.
million. They paid him like
Yeah.
$10 million. That was crazy. I
Yeah.
felt bad for Juju. Seriously. And Juju got robbed on that.
Yeah.
Official momentum. Hey, what about Debo Samuels? Good fit Canada system. We go from one dude that scrubs the social media to another.
I wasn't ready, yo. I wasn't ready.
For what?
Yeah, for the Debo. I was like, man, like, dang, he did scrub his too. He is pretty upset. Does it make it different? If it's like, hey, at least you ain't doing it here.
You didn't do
did
it
it
to
over
us.
there. So it's like,
Does it make it different?
yeah. It's like it tell you it's the same situation. I mean, it's like identical of a situation.
It feels mind-numbing to me, to be honest with you.
I was just like, yo, it's exactly. All right, I don't want to do it with this player, but I'll think about it with this player. I'm just, oh man, like,
All right.
But I like Debo Samuel, though. I mean, he would definitely fit. I mean, Debo's a super versatile player. I mean, tough as heck. Anytime you get a guy that can be a star wide receiver, and then at the same time you can hand that ball off and he can still make plays, I always think that, you know, you put a little extra with that, but I don't know, man. What's his market if you're talking about trading for him? Because, I mean, he's another one, right? They're not going to cut him. I can assure you of that one. Can we do a straight up trade? Can I send? We'll send y'all Deontay, and y'all send us Debo. They're not
Yeah,
taking that. They are not taking that.
I think it'd be
trade
something
straight up.
similar to the Claypool to Metcalf then. Deontay and like a second-round pick for Debo. Something like that.
I think the gap is further between DK and Chase than it is from Debo and Deontay, though.
That's fair. Maybe you have to throw in an extra pick or something.
Yeah.
Second and a fourth, second and a third.
Debo gonna cost a lot more though.
His contract?
Yes.
Is that what you mean?
If we're saying Deontay is anywhere between 15 to 20, what does that make Debo?
Well, I think him
Because
and
Debo is definitely a better
I
player
think
right
him,
now.
DK, and probably Brown.
They're gonna cost the
McLaurin
most.
might too. I don't know. I think they're looking at that 25 range. I think they all are. They're all looking at that. If they can get it, they're gonna
'Cause
try.
I'm trying to think. Is any receiver getting 30 right now? Oh,
Tyreek
and Devontae.
Yeah.
Devontae's close.
They just got their they
They're
just
at
got 30.
30s. Yeah.
Hopkins is close. He was like 27 or something.
So then,
like that.
you keep them at 25. Then that'll work. But that's a lot of money.
Dude, how? I mean, they might be trying to get 30. I mean,
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
You base it off of last year for Debo at least. And
Yeah, and they got the youth on their side. Whew.
They might be trying for that because who was the one that just got Diggs? He actually maybe
he
that was a
got a
little
nice deal
bargain
too,
deal for the
yeah.
Bills, right? At what,
Mhm.
24, 25?
Yeah.
That was easy. Flew under the radar.
Yeah.
Got it done.
Mm-hmm.
So that was good for your squad up north and
You
Diggs.
said our squad? Is
No,
that what
your
you said?
squad.
Our squad?
No,
What did
no.
you say? You said we look good
No.
with that deal? Is that what you told us?
No.
That what you said? You said that reminded you of when you saw the Steelers with Ben and AB. You said, "Oh,
No.
that's that." What you said? You was like, "I just started this twinkle in my eye." Huh? I thought I
No.
seen you with Bill's contacts
said
in the
that.
other day. Now that I think about it, you had the little Bill logo on your eye. I was like, "Yo, you alright, Deke?" He's like, "Let's go Buffalo."
I'll never forget when you said that in 2020 after we lost up there. I was hurting. The whole, oh man, Allen and Diggs, it kind of looked like a quarterback and a receiver down here a couple of years ago, you know?
Little similarities, man.
I feel like that was the most seamless receiver contract or receiver
Yeah.
discussion that has taken place this offseason, though.
Yeah,
Did anyone know like Diggs was looking for that extension like that? It just happened.
yeah. And to see, like I said, both of them get paid back to back as well, because Josh got paid the year before with his mega deal. So,
But
Yeah.
Diggs, I mean, he deserves that like Hill or Devontae Adams money over
I
his
would
last
agree.
couple of years.
I would agree.
But he didn't go for it. Took a
'Cause
little bit of a pay cut, I guess.
He understood the situation. He said, "You know what? I'm better with you than without you, my friend. Let's keep the band together." I like when you keep the band together. I'm all for keeping the band together, man. Until the band breaks up, then I don't want to do the reunited tour. I don't want to do that. Deke is about to reunite. He's like, "Yo, can I get the Killer Bees all back now and today?" Like, I don't need to see the Temptations,
Guns
the
N' Roses.
2022 version. I don't need to see that version. I don't want to see that version. Okay, if it's not the original group, I don't want to see the new. Let me bring this guy back, keeping over here doing this and that. I'm good on that, man.
All right, Scott for Adora. DJ for a second and a third. Maybe give away a fourth or a fifth, two in it. Draft receiver of choice.
Okay.
Ritter in the second.
Okay.
Safety. And a Muma with another second and third.
Hey, any draft that includes Mooma, I'm already for, bro. You don't like that? It's got Mooma. All because Let's Go UW. I'm with this one. I like this idea a lot.
I'm confused.
It's a lot going on in this.
There is a lot
There's
going
a lot
on.
going on, man.
We got Muma in
So
there.
we're going
We
to
got
trade
multiple
DJ
picks.
for a second and a third. We're going to maybe give away a fourth and a fifth next year in trade.
Oh, I see it.
So it's trade. Oh,
Receiver in the first.
yeah.
Ritter second. And then with our other second and third round picks,
Then we got for the Deontay trade.
we take a safety and Muma.
And Mooma. Yeah.
One way or another.
Okay. I mean, I don't hate it. That's just,
Yeah, not terrible.
Yeah.
Official momentum.
It's a lot with them trades, man.
Yeah.
So it's a lot to follow.
This is why the draft just needs to happen. I told you. This draft just needs to happen.
With that person, and how does this? This is a
I'm
lot.
just ready
That's
for the
all,
draft
man.
to start. I'm ready. Jim Cummings, voice of Winnie the Pooh, spoke at Comic Cons, saying that Jeremy Irons did the talking and didn't say the words "be prepared," but a BTS YouTube video
Behind the scenes, okay.
evidence says otherwise.
Talking about the Lion King situation,
Right, I remember that was brought up last podcast.
That's official moment. I like the fact that you did the research on that as well, because we did talk about that off the air when we got done. I was like, I'm not sure 100%. I need to double check it, but no, that's actually pretty cool to know, though. Dang! Shout out to my man Jim Cummings, then, man,
Phantom
and obviously Jeremy Irons.
TV. Justin Jefferson was a rookie.
No. It's not Phantom TV. This is Phantom TV with the best mock.
Oh yeah, we're gonna check
draft
that out later.
ever. Oh yeah, player. We got yours today. We talking about you today. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Jefferson was a rookie. Look how he turned out after they let Diggs go.
Mm-hmm.
And we all know Diggs is nowhere on the same level as Justin Jefferson. Whoa. Whoa. What do you think about that?
We're all entitled to our opinions.
Whoa.
Yeah. We're all entitled to our opinions, man. That's all.
What do you think?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. It's an opinion. That's it. Do you agree with the opinion? I personally don't agree with the opinion.
I do not agree with the opinion.
Yeah, I don't
Diggs
agree with
is
the opinion.
nowhere on the same level as Jefferson.
Yeah.
There's no way. I think they're actually pretty
I
equal. I think
think
it's
the
splitting
same.
hairs. Who do you want?
Yeah.
Jefferson's younger, so I'd
Mhm.
probably lean that way. But
Diggs has done it in bigger moments. I would lean that way.
that's fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Diggs, his last 2 years were really good.
Absolutely.
I got nothing bad to say about Diggs.
Yeah.
I really don't. But you know Jefferson's good too.
Well, I love Jefferson. Do the dance, man. I see my little son. He in the house. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my
Yeah,
God, dude!
come
Did
on,
we
man.
just
It's
have a whole
everywhere, bro.
conversation that meant nothing about Deontay? Because Let's Go UW says Mans didn't just scrub his Twitter; he full on deleted his whole profile. So that's different.
Which one you think is worse, deleting it or scrubbing it?
Scrubbing it. I don't think deleting it's bad.
So why you
I think that's
deleted it?
good for him, actually.
You think so?
Yeah, get off Twitter. Twitter sucks.
Fair enough then.
Good for him.
Just so
What do you
happened this
think?
during contract time though.
We haven't heard a lot about him with contract stuff though. That's why the whole
Alright.
scrubbing was like kind of out of nowhere because that
Yeah.
is associated. It seems like now with
With the
just staying in
contracts,
the
okay.
organization, but deleting a whole profile, I think that could be something different. Like
I
he just
hope
hates
so
Twitter.
then. I hope
He
that's
hates
the case then.
interactions on Twitter.
I
Thinks
hope
it's
that's
too
the
toxic.
case.
Whatever it is.
I'm seeing people saying he's still on Twitter though. That's all I'm saying. Like, bro.
All right, I gotta look.
Yeah,
I gotta look for
go
myself
look,
now.
man. Yeah,
This is hilarious. Twittergate.
yeah. Because Jacob Malaysia said he's still on Twitter. Yeah.
Let me check. He is definitely still on Twitter.
Yeah.
What did he delete?
I don't know.
Did he scrub Instagram or was
Check
it just
it. I don't
Twitter?
know, man. You let me know.
Don't believe everything you see.
Yo,
LOL.
Todd is killing me. Todd Sikowski says scrub the Twitter. He's like, yo, I can't stop laughing. Like, why you gotta say it like that? You make me feel uncomfortable when you say scrub the Twitter. yeah. That's so.
What else would we say?
I don't know, man. He removed certain things from his.
It's too hard to
profile.
say though.
Yeah,
Right?
I agree, but it does sound. You scrub your Twitter?
No.
Good. Just sound nasty, bro. Y'all need to grow up. I tell you, I'm a kid. I can't. I laugh at everything.
I don't think there's
What
too much bad going on in his
So we're good.
feed. Nah, he's
So
fine.
he's good then, man.
But I guess he removed Steelers on his profile. Is that what it was?
I don't know, man. Do you see it on his profile?
I wasn't keeping up on it before,
I wasn't either. I ain't gonna lie.
so I have no clue. But we're going off the chat.
Yeah.
If that's what they're saying, we got to believe them. I don't know if it was just Twitter, if it was
I
also
don't know,
Instagram
man.
too.
Yeah.
Because Kyler Murray's big thing was Instagram.
Instagram. Yeah.
So maybe that was Deontay's too. Maybe he did both.
Oh, so Jacob Malaysia says he took off all his Steelers stuff.
So
That's
maybe he
what
has
it
some
says.
Steeler
Okay.
pictures too. Was that just on
Gotcha.
Twitter or was that also Instagram?
I'm not sure. Yeah.
Is TikTok involved in this?
Oh Lord, you scrub me a TikToker?
Deontay definitely doesn't have TikTok.
Okay.
That was a Juju thing.
Mm.
All right, I think we just have one more super chat, right?
I think so. Yes.
Najee Loudpack. He's giving us his mock draft.
Oh, all right. Here we go.
Jameson
Pay
Williams
attention.
at 20. Quay
Okay.
Walker at 52. 84, Petit Frere.
Okay.
138, Leon O'Neal Jr. 208, Tyreek Smith.
Okay.
225, Jareth Stern.
Mm-hmm.
241, Jack Cohn. Pick up Tariq Cohen in free agency. And then Tyrann Mathieu or Terrell Edmonds. Sure.
I mean, I definitely like the beginning part. Jameson, Quay, and then Petit. I definitely like that. The Quay at 52, that's kind of slick. I like that.
It's not bad at all.
I'm not against that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not bad at
I'm
all.
definitely not against it.
Yeah, staple mock draft. Get Jameson Williams first. Nothing wrong with that.
But I still don't like the fact that you don't have one of the bloodlines. I don't see a Connor Hayward up there. I don't see a Sky Moore. I don't see young Palomalu. Like, come on, man. We know how
We
it
haven't
goes.
seen Palomalu in any of the mock drafts.
No
one's brought him in.
It's crazy, man. But Connor's slipping in a lot of these mocks. I'm seeing him in the 7th and 6th round all of a sudden. I like that.
Yeah. Not only that, but then you also have the EJ Perry staple.
Yeah. Gotta have him.
Yeah, throw him in there too. Last one, official momentum. Moats and Deke, look up, be prepared behind the scenes on YouTube.
All right, I'm gonna check it out. Listen, I'm Team Disney, so you know me. I'm down for that, man. I be in here working out sometimes. Like, let me just get something to watch on YouTube. I usually watch Drink Champs, you know what I mean? Because I always like to hear about the culture, and they just get a little ratchet up there. And I was like, you know what, man? One day me and Deke need to just drink on the show, see what happens.
Oh, I'm ready.
No, you're not. No. I don't want us to do that. I don't want us to do that. No.
Southern Tier.
Oh, okay. Well, now it's different. Absolutely. And when
They're
it comes to
paying
the
us to
Southern
do it.
Tier, you know, we will definitely have a little sippy there. Yeah, know what I'm saying? For those that don't know, we will be hosting a live, episode of the Artemis Experience with Deke podcast on May 13th, which is a Friday, 6 p.m. at Southern Tier Brewing Company. Right out here in the North Shore, baby. You definitely don't want to miss it. It's going to be a blast. All righty. So we will go to the next part because we got all the supers right there, so we're good.
One more. He just says Jamison Williams, Connor Hayward, Malik Willis, and the rest will figure it out.
Yeah, Connor Hayward in there.
Yeah.
As long as you got him in there,
We can't get Jamison and Malik, though, same draft. Unless he's saying those are only 3 picks, maybe.
Oh, okay.
That's what he's saying.
Yeah, so we got some options there. We'll see. But anywho, to stick with the theme of the draft, we won't harp on this one too long, as I'm already seeing it's 4:40. And like I said,
what time you got to bounce?
We got time.
Sun's B-Day. Yeah.
We got time, but just, you know what I'm saying? If it get 5:30-ish and we tripping, just know.
Sure.
All right? Because like I said, I ain't missing my McDonald's dinner tonight, all right?
No.
Mickey D's, baby, we going to be in that thing.
I don't expect you
to. I might throw on a button up, you know what I'm saying? You never know. But anywho, man, want to talk about, for the first round, we keep hearing these different mock drafts. We're hearing these different scenarios. Hey, man, what if we do this player? What if we trade back to that and get this player and this and this? But what I wanted us to basically do right here is just in order, talk about, the ideal top 5 people or top 5 players that we would want in that first round. Realistic guys, right? We're not going to come up here and be like, oh, let me get Evan Neal. Let me get, Aiden Hutchinson. Like, that's not realistic for where we're drafting at. And we're not talking about selling the farm to move up to the top 5. But if we're talking in that 15 to 20 range or even trading back in a sense, just want to know, your top 5 players that, will be on your wish list for the first round.
I like this. You want to go first?
Yeah, man. So for me, excuse me, my list is simple, man. Going from 5 to 1.
Okay.
All right. The number 5 person that I would want is Malik Willis.
Whoa.
And the reason I start with him,
I'm not gonna look at yours because
you're good.
What if ours is the same?
And the reason I say Malik at 5 is because this is prior to him getting all this talk about being in the top 5 and top 10. I'm talking about when he was in the teens and the 20 range. We still knew that, hey, extremely high ceiling, but we don't know where his floor is right now. We don't know how long it's going to take for him to tap into that potential. So that's why I had him at 5. The number 4 guy in terms of prospects that I would want us to have in that first round, I thought of Jordan Davis. Because Jordan, to me, man, super physical. As the video that we posted earlier today, man, inside the B gaps, I think that his athletic ability definitely shows, and he shores up the run defense in a major way. But I do think he could potentially develop into a 3-down player if he can get some of that weight off of him and ultimately get in just better conditioning. Then after that, man, at number 3, I said Devin Lloyd. The reason I like Devin Lloyd was because I think he's a rangy sideline-to-sideline linebacker, obviously a former safety. I like his ball skills. And I think that not only does him coming in here put more pressure on Devin Bush to be successful, but it also gives you a little bit more leverage, or not leverage, but just a safety net in the sense of if Miles Jack, if this situation isn't what we want, we don't want to do this thing with him next year, you already have this guy in place. If you don't like what you're seeing from Devin Bush, you can make a switch.
100%.
Or, hey, when this season ends, you don't feel the pressure of, hey, I got to bring Devin back in some capacity. You already have a high-end talent that can come in there and do that job. So that's why I had Devin Lloyd as that 3rd player, on my list of, first-round prospects for that 20th overall selection. Then for me at number 2, man, I went Jamison Williams. I think he's definitely the most talented receiver. And the reason why I don't have him at number 1 is because he is not healthy right now. He's coming off the ACL injury. So we're going to have to wait until, like I said, week 6, week 7 potentially.
Yeah, maybe not that long. Maybe not as long as I thought, at least.
Yeah, it's definitely not a crazy long thing because he tore, was it in January?
So, 9 months, September-ish, and whenever I looked him up, it seems like he's ahead of schedule.
Yeah, so it's like everything looks good with that. I'm just, I just know that he wouldn't be available week 1, and that's my whole hang up on him. But that's why at number 1, for me, I have Chris Olave because I say to me, man, he number one would answer a hole that we have at wide receiver because we have two guys in terms of Chase and Deontay, but we don't have a third receiver. He also has the potential to be a true number one receiver. He creates separation. He is a blazer with speed. He has big time productivity, played at a major university, checks every single box you want. Also gives me leverage with Deontay Johnson. So if Deontay really is upset and wants X amount of money, well, hey, now I have a guy in the wings and I'm saying to myself, I don't have to pay you this. You know, we can figure something out going forward, whether, you know, we try to trade you in season or, hey, man, if we go the route of we let you leave and we get a comp pick for you, at least I know I have a guy here who I think is ready to step up and who can potentially be a number one receiver for us going forward. So that's why, you know, I have him as my number one guy. So once again, in terms of my top 5 prospects that I would want in that first round, at number 5, I have Malik Willis. Number 4, Jordan Davis. Number 3, Devin Lloyd. Then at number 2, Jameson Williams. And then number 1, Chris Olave, baby. But what say you, man?
Quick thought about Deontay. If a trade's going to happen, it should happen around draft time.
I would agree.
Because once the draft happens, if we trade Deontay, it's going to be for a pick next year. That doesn't do us any good. That'd be frustrating. So, yeah, this draft could be electric.
Yep.
Our lists are very, very similar.
Did you copy my paper?
No.
Okay.
These are very similar. There's just one player different.
Okay.
Number 5, Malik Willis. Are you assuming we're trading up for him too?
Yeah, I was gonna have him
list,
like I said, like
teams.
15. Yeah, I was like, I wouldn't go higher than 15, but I said you have to go in front of your, you know. I guess I still don't think New Orleans is gonna take a quarterback. Even I kept seeing them mocked, just because of the whole Jameis. I mean,
I don't think they
Jameis
should.
Winston.
Stick
That's
with
my
Winston.
thing. I don't think they will, but just to be safe, I feel like because they moved up in front of Philly, and that was the whole thing. It's like, okay, them moving up there, I feel like we at least need to be in that range or in front of them. So that's why I was like, okay, 15-ish. That's why I would be the earliest that I would take him a league.
Too.
Yeah,
that's what I have is like my asterisk because I don't think he's gonna last to 20.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So I have if you're gonna take a QB, I've been saying this the whole time. You take Malik Willis, take the guy with the most upside, and I think he has that. Number 4, Jordan Davis. I'm with you, dude.
The big cat.
Yeah, dude's just a beast. Like we know what he is. I mean, even if he does play limited time for this season coming up, if it's him and Tyson Alualu splitting time at that nose tackle, rotating, dude, good luck running on this defensive line with Tua coming back. I mean, I think he is that talented. We saw what he did at the combine. He blew it away. Yeah. And he's a huge dude. He's just gonna stuff the middle up. Like no one's gonna be able to get past him.
Now, what are your thoughts on his running mate, though, Devontae Wyatt? He's another guy that I've been seeing people talk about.
This is my wish list, though.
Oh, fair enough. All right.
Wyatt ain't. I'm not opposed to him. This is my wish list. He ain't making the wish list.
If I'm picking my wish list, baby, come on now. I'm gonna throw it out there. All right, I got you. I got you.
Number 3, Kyle Hamilton.
I like it.
Trade up to we were talking. It's got to be a little realistic.
Yeah.
He's dropping on some of these boards. We trade up to the teams just like Malik Willis.
Yeah.
If we get him, dude, we might have the best safety duo in the league. I know we talk about that if we brought in Tyrann Mathieu and match him up with Minka. But now we bring in a rookie on a rookie contract. Man, I mean, him and Minka Fitzpatrick could be a dynamic duo. And we don't have to worry if we don't sign a safety before this draft about maybe overpaying, figuring things out after it. We got our dude. We got our dude for the. We got our safety duo for the next 7-8 years right there. Kyle Hamilton, Minka Fitzpatrick, and they might be the best in the league. That'd be crazy. So
I would, bro.
He's number 3 on my wish list. He might actually be higher. I was thinking about putting him at 2, but at number 2,
I'm surprised you had him at 3. I'm like, who is it?
I think the reason I have 3, the reason I have him at 3 is just trading up assets to get. Which I'm not a fan of, but it is what you would have to do to get Kyle Hamilton. Yeah. Number 2, Devin Lloyd. I told you our lists are very, very similar.
I like the fact you got him at 2 as well, man. I like that.
Could be the modern-day versatile linebacker we're looking for. And you nailed it. It's like it's house money with us at the linebacker position, both this year and long-term then because, all right, you have Devin Lloyd. A rangy guy could be the next JOK. We ease him in because right now we have Devin Bush, Miles Jack. That either lights a fire under Devin Bush and he does amazing, which is awesome for our season, Or Devin Bush sucks maybe out the gate. You put in Devin Lloyd and see what he's got with the combo of him and Miles Jack. And then you got the dude for the next at least 4 or 5 years. You got to see what he does before you give him that second contract. But he could be that generational linebacker that you're looking for.
Yeah.
Has that dynamic playmaking too. So that's why I got Devin Lloyd at my 2 spot. And number 1, I mean, I probably should have Olave in here. Maybe I was just thinking more wide receiver position, but I got Jamison Williams.
No, fair enough. Absolutely.
And the reason I got him is everything we've said these last couple of podcasts. I think he's the best receiver in this class. The only problem is the ACL injury. He's the only dude I've seen when watching college football last year where I got up out of the couch and said oh shit, man,
dude's crazy. Yeah,
I would love to draft this guy. He's not going to be available to us. There's no shot in hell. But now with the injury, he keeps falling in these mocks right in our range, right in that 20 range, and sometimes even further down. So it looks like he's going to be available. And I think we should take advantage of that because he's a burner and just looks like an awesome all-around receiver. He's got good height and everything too. Maybe he's got to fill out a little bit, but he's the guy kind of we're looking for.
I agree.
Awesome production last year.
Guy, hands catcher, absolutely.
Yeah, awesome
Create
production.
Separation.
People want to talk about maybe he's a one-hit wonder. He couldn't beat out the OSU receivers whenever he was up there. I don't care. He was between him and Jordan Addison. Those are the best 2 receivers in college football last year. I don't care what he did
prior to last year. What I know is what I saw last year.
Torching SEC cornerbacks, torching the Georgia cornerbacks.
Bro,
I've seen all I need to see with him.
The SEC championship game, man, the first tutty he catches where he's coming across the middle of the field, the safety's like they're in mud trying to run with him. That's crazy to me, man. I'm like, yo, that's a whole nother level of speed right there, man.
Yeah. So that's my list. That's my top 5.
Now, I respect that, man. I like that a lot right there, man. Let me see what the people in the chat said. Lonnie Rowe Entertainment, LLC, says at number 5, Devin Lloyd. Then he goes number 4, he would go Trevor Penning.
No.
3, his third in terms of his wish list.
Don't do it.
But number 3 on his wish list, he went Malik Willis. Number 2, Chris Olave. And then at number 1, Jordan Davis. All right. Jake Royer. Looks like he started. Oh, his came through a couple of different ways. All right. At number 5, he went Trip McDuffie. That's the corner out of Washington. Yeah. At number 4, Devin Lloyd. He puts Lloydie. I like it. I got what you're saying, Jake. I got you. Number 3, Jordan Davis. Number 2, Jamison Williams. And then at number 1 on his wish list, he says Kenny Pickett or Malik Willis.
He wants that QB.
He does. Now, some people are more QB prone than receiver prone. All right, I like that. Okay.
Rod Dawes. Maybe he's seeing what I'm seeing in Matt Corral a little bit. Maybe that entry. He's got 5. Matt Corral. 4, Garrett Wilson.
Oh.
I haven't seen him drop to us.
Not at all. Garrett's going to cost. Yeah.
Stingley at 3. Maybe we got to trade up for him too.
Sheesh.
Devin Lloyd at 2.
Okay.
Kyle Hamilton at 1.
Your list a little expensive. I like it though, but that's an expensive
Kyle
list,
Hamilton
bro.
and Minka just sounds amazing.
Yeah. I'm thinking of Stingley. You talking about Stingley back there in that secondary. That's filthy too, but that's going to cost. I like it though. I definitely like that. Trina Still Diva. She has Jordan Davis at number 5. At number 4, Jamison Williams. All right. Then at number 3, she went Devin Lloyd. At 2, Malik Willis. And then at number 1 on her wish list, Chris Olave. All right. Okay.
Jaron got Willis at 5. 4, Jordan Davis. 3, Devin. I'm assuming Lloyd. 2, Hamilton, and 1, Garrett Wilson. A lot of these lists are kind of similar. I think we're all thinking the same thing.
Q just came in. His is a little different right here. Q says at number 5 on his wish list, he wants Kyle Hamilton. At number 4, he has Desmond Ridder. That's the name we haven't
seen.
Maybe
his is the most realistic one here.
Yeah.
Actually, I think he's underselling it, if anything.
I would agree.
But maybe he just really likes these guys.
Yeah. But I definitely think he's underselling as well. Desmond Ridder at 4. At number 3, he has Devontae Wyatt. I like him a lot. Number 2, Daxton Hill. Okay. Get your little safety action. And then number 1, Andrew Booth Jr. Yeah, man, you went the little, you could have spent a little more, Yeah. He was like, I'm gonna play it extra safe. But I like that though. His is definitely realistic though.
How about this one? Steel balls. 5, Olave. 4, Kyle Hamilton. 3, Jordan Davis. 2, Jamison Williams. 1, Matt Corral. Everyone is sleeping on Corral, he says.
That's the number 1 guy on his wish list.
Yeah, number 1.
Okay. I can.
Hey, if you believe in him, that's what we talk about. If you believe in a quarterback,
if you love him to that extent, man, it makes sense. I personally don't, but if you like him to that level, then yeah. All right, this is the last one we'll get. Then we'll transition to the next topic as well. But Cliff the Dark Knight at number 5, he says Sauce Gardner. Number 4, he went Jordan Davis. Number 3, Chris Olave. Number 2, Jamison Williams. And then at number 1, he has Malik Willis. Okay.
Yeah,
I like the Sauce Gardner move, man. But I think he's still going to cost a little bit more too, man. But no, I definitely like that, though.
I think we got a little range of where we got the quarterbacks. A lot of people have them at 5, and then a lot of people have them at 1.
Yeah.
That's where the range is looking like.
Interesting, though, man.
Hold on. There was it just Q? I think it was just Q. No, we got official momentum real quick.
He spent them again? Shout out to the homie official
Moats and
momentum,
Deke,
man.
Steelers need to sign y'all to GM and coach.
Deke is a coach, GM expert.
Let
coach. Him do it. I'll be the fan. All right. I want to be a fan guy. I want to be a guy to I'll get you your cup of coffee. All right. That'll be my job. I'll get the cup of coffee and I'll answer emails. You head coach and GM. I can't commit that type of time. I don't want that type of stress in my life either. Okay.
No, just GM. I'd be fine with GM.
You sure?
I can't do both. I can't be GM.
I watch
coach.
you play Madden, bro. You got the juice, man. Come on, man.
Well,
keep running that cover 2.
Here's what's interesting.
Yeah, I'm with you, man.
Oh, did you see that play? Oh my God, dude! It went right through his hands. You got to pick that off,
too, man. Keep running that cover 2.
Mike Hilton needs to pick that off, dude. It went right through his hands. I was shocked. I thought I was ready to take that to the house.
Hey, man, it's all good, baby. It's all good. Deke, you be so passionate on them sticks, bro. You be passionate.
That one hurt. That was before I won the Super Bowl too. Like you can imagine how mad I was.
And then the other one was I saw this on the IG. This is probably a month ago. Ooh. The first throw, it looked like it was going to be picked. And you're like, oh man, they talking about he almost picked that. Man, stop it. Then you come back and hit him with like the bomb on the other side of the field. But I was looking, I'm like, I mean, the corner played it well on the first play, you know.
I just feel like my guy has position.
He should have.
I might have been throwing it to Freiermuth. It's like if you got a 6'5" dude, he's 99 overall.
Yeah,
I expect him to like box him out and you catch the ball. That doesn't happen in Madden because it's like
not at all.
I'm telling you, it's like these dudes have magical powers.
Yeah, because my man it's crazy. Sitting there and broke this. I'm like, all right,
that's happened.
Yo, he's got to go there to catch that.
It's happened so many times. I'm just like, if I expected this cornerback to fly 5 yards in the air, I'm not throwing this pass. But that's what happens in Madden. It's unbelievable.
No, my man had vertical carry and pulled off of that thing to jump out. I say, yo, wow. But I say, this is one of the smartest corners I've ever seen. You talk about some route recognition. Lord have mercy.
It's unreal.
Yeah. And the dude was still going vertical. I think the combo was like, it was a 7, and then you had somebody going out, and the corner is like on top and stops to come back before he even breaks.
I'm telling you, dude.
I don't know what type of like cojones you have.
Squads.
You're not jumping that type of route on that. Like, yo, that was nuts. Yeah.
I told you, bro. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, I was like, yo, this is crazy.
My corners don't do that. I'm just telling you. I say it every time. I'm like, the plays that these God squads make, right, I'm not allowed to do. Man. I just can't do them.
Listen, it's a lot of corners in real life that aren't doing that. All right? Like, your guy going vertical, you not just jumping off that before you guys even committed out. You better be 100% right.
So you're backing
100% right.
So you're backing what I keep saying about the ridiculousness of Madden.
Yes. I just think that's one of those like once in a lifetime. Like I can't say that I've never seen a corner do that and be successful. I have. I've just seen it go wrong more times than it goes right when they jump it as fast as that game did. That's all. That scared me. I was like, yo.
It did. It shocked me too. I'm like,
God dang. Like my man awareness on 100+ for him to do that, man. That's all.
I appreciate you checking them out. I like the feedback too, where I can improve my game.
Yeah, man. So gotta have a little fun with it, man. Gotta have a little fun. But anywho, let's get to this. Let's get to this next topic, man. Alrighty. Oh, this is a fun one. We had to react to the spring football that was going on, man.
Yeah.
We had the USFL making their debut this past weekend, and then we also had T.O. Hall of Famer Terrell Owens making his return to the gridiron in the fan-controlled football league. I'll start with the T.O. news because I'm a T.O. fan. I was happy about it to see that my man, 48 years old, still getting it done. First catch that he had, first pass attempt, first catch that he has in the game. Double coverage, jump ball in the end zone, tutty. It was beautiful to see. My man still got the juice. And then not just that, it wasn't in the moment, but after scoring his touchdown, he did eventually work his way to the broadcast booth and then started to do commentary as well. Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool, man.
That was at the end of the game.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty
like
dope, man.
the last play of the game. They were like,
pretty dope,
too
man.
little, too late. He finally caught one. Because did you see the rat? Dude, he dropped a ton. I'm not even going to lie.
I know. It's all good.
He dropped a ton, but the quarterback was terrible,
I want to say chill.
The quarterback was
I'm putting it on the quarterback, man. And it wasn't Manziel. Manziel was not playing in that, even though he does play with Manziel. They're on the same team. Manziel did not play in that game. But
yeah, he needs Manziel for next game.
Yeah. I'm just happy to see my man T.O. be able to get a tutty, man.
He looked fine. I mean, he was burning the corner a couple times.
Yeah.
He was the quarterback that just sucked, and he had a couple of his drops come back. That was
But
all.
he always has drops. He usually would lead the league in drops, but then he'd also go and ball out with tutties, receptions,
Yeah, he was getting
and yards
separation.
after and stuff. Absolutely.
I just don't know how good the cornerback is.
Oh, man. We grade him on the curve? Don't you do that? It's T.O. He 48. If a 48-year-old is running by anybody that's on that field, I tip my cap to the 48-year-old.
If the question is, you brought up Curve. If the question is, would you like to see him in the NFL? Yeah, I would.
I've seen enough. I'm ready to see him in the league. Let's bring him
Are
on.
you?
I've
Is
seen
that
enough.
enough?
He double coverage jump ball. I've seen enough. He can still run routes. I've seen enough. We can work on the hands. We can, T.O. is T.O. That's what he does.
Yeah, I think that's a repetition thing.
Yeah. You just gotta get back in the flow. And I'm sure the football side is different too.
Now, the Johnny Manziel T.O. combo, I'm actually kind of interested. I'm not going to actually watch the games, but I might watch some highlights.
Guys. Yeah, I watch the highlights.
That'll be kind of interesting.
Yeah. Dude,
does Manziel still have it? It's the next
I'm about to
question.
say, because if both of them get to heating it up the way that we think they can heat it up, that would become a legitimate conversation, bro.
I don't think they're going to let Manziel back in.
Why?
I'd like to see it.
I mean,
I wouldn't mind us signing him.
Well, no. Manziel, I was about to say what was his offense, but he was the one dressed in the disguise in Vegas while they were supposed to be at the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
I just don't think he's coming back.
What you doing, Manziel? What
you hear him in his interviews too. He's like, I'm satisfied with where my life is, man. This is like the better path for me. Everyone thinks being in the NFL, that means success. It's like, all right, you just don't care that much, which is fine. You do whatever you want in your life, but I think he cares more about golfing, hanging out, having a good time, and then playing in this fan control football league and playing in the NFL.
Man, if that's what brings him peace, then I'm all for it, man.
Do what you got to do.
Yeah, I'm all for it. But I ain't gonna lie, I want to see T.O. I want to see T.O. versus some competition. Like you said, since you're a little concerned about the level, the caliber of corner that he was facing, or corners that he was facing.
He should be in the USFL.
You put him there?
I think you just keep leveling up.
Yeah, I will say that. I do feel like
give him a game with Manziel here.
The talent was definitely better in the USFL than I felt the Fan Control League, just based on like my initial observation. Now, I didn't do an in-depth analysis on either one of these, but from what I saw, I thought the USFL did have a higher quality.
Well, they actually had the fans calling plays in that Fan Control League too, which
it felt really kind of weird. And it still feels like
they weren't running the right
too.
routes either.
Yeah, it's like real arena ballish, gimmicky.
It looks stupid.
Yeah. Whereas the USFL, I was actually pleasantly surprised. I thought that it kind of reminded me of the XFL and the AAF from the previous 2 years. The good crowd support, the cameras were cool. I liked the USFL though. They had the running back cam where you could see the vision from the running back's helmet. That was kind of nuts. It was kind of cool, kind of Blair Witch Project-ish as well. When I'm watching, like, whoa, I've never seen this view like this on TV. Kind of awkward. But I kind of liked it as well, man. I was thinking to myself, like, what does Najee look like when he's having to run? What is he seeing, man? But
nothing. He's seeing nothing in front of him.
Oh, Lord.
Just a bunch of the
jerseys. Yeah, it's like, Lord, Najee, how you... Oh, Lord, that was scary to even watch from your vision, But I did like that, though, man. I was a fan of that, man. And it was cool, too, man, just hearing some of these old names, or not old names, but names that, like I said, I'm familiar with. Just seeing them guys back out there on the field, man, making plays, man, having a little fun and stuff like that. So,
why can't we do for the USFL, or one of these spring leagues, XFL next year? Manziel, Kaepernick.
Okay.
Who else? Do we throw Tebow in there?
Yeah, you got to throw Tebow in there. Come
on,
man.
As a quarterback?
That's God's son.
Who else can we throw in?
Oh, man. Oh, can I get Justin Blackman?
Jamarcus Russell.
Definitely Jamarcus Russell.
Oh, Blackman, dude. He was a beast.
Come on, man. Let me get Blackman. Let me get Blackman. Is Josh Gordon in one of these leagues?
I think he's with the Chiefs still.
Okay.
Martavis.
Definitely Tay then. Can I get an elbow?
AB. Elbow, yeah.
Well, AB said
I feel like
AB's waiting for the surgery, and I don't think that those teams are going to be willing to, they're not going to be as open to that agreement. That's all. Or the $20 million upfront contract situation with him and Floyd. I don't know if those guys are capable of that.
The Rock owns the XFL. He should come back for a game or two.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, if you got T.O. playing at 48,
Yeah.
Rock used to play back Miami. Why not put him at running back, see what happens?
What about, let me think, who else? Ooh, Shoot the Rock. He brought up Brandon Whedon. He says Terrell Pryor.
Oh, yeah, that'd be a good one.
That's a good one. Terrell Pryor's definitely a good one.
Quarterback? Because, whenever he made his transition
I thought he was
to
a
the
wide
NFL.
receiver, though. He's playing
That's what I
wide receiver
mean.
now,
Like,
yeah.
we hadn't seen him at quarterback in a while, so it'd be kind of interesting to see him.
Yeah, I like those
TP's
names.
a good one.
Dang, go on. Let me
Peterman. Yeah, I mean, this could be electric. You get Peterman
Peterman's
in there.
the league, man. He's not leaving the league.
I know,
man.
but
He's
just imagine of his
stacking years up.
status.
He's stacking years
with
up.
USFL. Peterman, Kaepernick, Tebow, Manziel. I mean, that's 4 right there. If you got 8 teams, you could fill it out with other.
Absolutely. Get
4
your
guys.
college guys. I mean, they already got Shea Patterson. You just go back and find big name college guys who really weren't, NFL caliber quarterback. You know who else? What about Ohio State when they
Braxton
went
Miller.
through the big boy? Remember
Cardale Jones.
Yeah.
wouldn't be
Cardale,
bad.
he's another one. You can throw him in there.
I think he was on one of those teams recently, the XFL or AAF, right? I think he was.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. Maybe is he back up somewhere in the NFL?
No, I don't think he is anymore. I know he was in San Diego for a little while when he went out there with Anthony Lynn, but I don't know where he's at now.
I have no clue. But I mean,
Yeah.
that's what we need. That's how you get
Come on,
people
man.
interested right there.
I would tune in.
I would too.
I would tune in.
I definitely
Yeah.
would.
Dang. So, real question is, they gonna do it again this weekend?
Oh, USFL?
USFL. You tuning in?
No, I didn't tune in before. I'm not going to tune in again.
I'm not actually.
There's a Maulers game tonight. Apparently got postponed.
Oh, why'd they postpone it?
Weather. Yeah, it was raining and
alright.
I think
Yeah,
thunderstorming.
because they're
and
gonna play
stuff.
Tampa Bay. Yeah, but
What time is it tonight? Monday Night Football.
well, if the game was starting at 7, and you said it's postponed.
No. It was postponed yesterday.
Oh, so
They were
then 7
supposed to
o'clock
play
tonight
yesterday.
then. Yeah, so they play at 7 o'clock tonight on FS1. Then on Friday, you got Michigan Panthers and the New Jersey Generals. That's the team I watched. New Jersey play Birmingham.
Okay.
When I tuned in, because my man Scooby Wright was out there. I was like, yo, that's my young. I see you. I think I'll make some tackles, man. It was pretty dope to see. But they play on USA on Friday night. And then Saturday, you got the Maulers. The Maulers versus the Philadelphia Stars, and the
Rivalry.
Birmingham Stallions versus the Houston Gamblers. And the Maulers play on at noon on Fox.
On Saturday.
Yeah, on Saturday. But they're on FS1 tonight at 7 p.m.
Big Monday night game, though.
Hey, man, I might have to catch that when I'm leaving my dinner,
There's no way I'm watching. These NBA playoffs look pretty good. That's what I'm
you're
watching.
right, dude. You're right. Shout out my man Kyrie,
Oh,
dude.
yeah. That was great.
Ooh, I like that.
Not
energy.
only the play, but, yeah, I like that,
I
too,
like
man.
that energy. I like that energy a lot.
Yeah. Fans are getting after you. Yeah. Throw
Yeah.
them a bird or something.
Absolutely.
Drain a shot, throw them a bird.
And then go hit 40 on them. Yeah.
I'm for that for sure.
Yeah.
It's disappointing how that finished for them, though. Like, he brought him back
Yeah.
into it. But then I think he dribbled way too much on that last
Yeah.
possession. It was like, bro, just try to run like normal offense here. He was trying to do it
He was
all.
trying to, yep.
And then, Celtics just got the wide open shot for Tatum at the end.
Tatum, dude, hey, man.
That was big. That was a big game for
It
the
was.
Celtics
They
because I
needed
think
that,
if the
man.
Nets win that, they win the series.
Yeah,
Now I
they
think it's
needed
more
that,
up in
man.
the air.
Yeah. I like it. You know who else I'm watching, though, man? Anthony Edwards.
Yeah.
Yo, with the Timberwolves, I like him. I like him a lot.
I haven't been watching any NBA, but I've been following enough to know
After
like
they
he's
had-
been really
yeah.
hot second half of the year.
Yeah, absolutely. And then after they had their whole, we are the champions moment after winning the play-in game, they've actually been staying consistent,
I don't think anyone would have been upset about that if Pat Beverly wasn't on the team.
I would agree, but Pat Beverly takes it to a whole nother
It would
level.
have been like a cute
Yeah,
thing, like,
it
oh
takes
man,
it to
look at
another
this young
level.
Timberwolves team. They're just having
Yeah.
fun. But if Pat Beverly's involved, it's
I
like,
can't stand it. Get him out of here.
hell no.
I can't stand it.
This is annoying as hell.
Yes. No, I like that, man.
No, the playoffs have been fun though.
No, they definitely have been, man. They definitely have. I'm low key. Like I remember initially, I wasn't a fan of like the play-in.
I don't like it.
I like.
I
it.
think Clippers should be in. That's bullshit how Pelicans got in.
But see, I like the play-in the sense of like, man, you're gonna get a chance to see two more teams that really wouldn't be in the postseason get an opportunity to ball, get an opportunity to show
interesting.
something. Yeah,
It's good for entertainment, I think. But
yeah.
man, what were they? They were like 6 or 7 games. Or the Clippers were 6 or 7 games above the Pelicans. It's like, all right, they should just be in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Why are we doing this one game elimination
Just let them
thing
have it,
between
man.
those two? I don't
Just
like
let them get
that.
after it a little bit.
Maybe
man.
it's because I wanted the hope that Kawhi was going to be back.
Oh, Lord.
Him
man.
and George going a little run or something.
He's going to be back in 2024. Just keep waiting.
Yeah, obviously he's done now.
Yeah.
But that's such a what if with those Clippers, dude.
Mm-hmm. Every year. But it's cool, man, because the Lakers finna get Doc Rivers and we finna spend the block and be nice. So I ain't tripping.
Doc's the answer to the solution.
Come on, man.
They're the problem.
Come on, man. Bring him back to LA one more time, but now you going into the real side of the locker room, not the fake side. He was going to the Clipper side. It ain't the real thing out there, man. Only one team won that chip. That's all I'm saying, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ben Simmons come back?
He come back when Kawhi come back.
Oh, you don't think he's back for the playoffs?
He gonna be back when Kawhi come back, man.
I think he will be back. They're talking Game 5, and I think he's just gonna be defensive specialist.
I hope so.
Put him on Tatum.
I hope so. Tatum gonna get him in buckets.
Yeah, he played really well.
Tatum is on one.
He played pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah, KD's just got to resort back to himself. That's really it. That was like the X factor yesterday. I thought.
Yeah.
It's fun though.
I'm all for it, man. You know that. I'm all for it.
What else we got? I don't want to be holding you up.
Oh no,
there.
we about to say yeah. So let's get. I think we had a couple supers that came in, but
is that
what
the last
we'll do
topic?
is this. No, we got the last one is the mock. So we'll do this. Let's go to the mocks now.
Okay.
And then we'll hit all of the supers, whatever's remaining afterwards. Sound good?
Okay, we're 5-10. What do we got?
Give us 20.
Okay.
You know what I mean? We'll do this in 10. So then we got another 10 just on the backside as a buffer.
Okay.
They don't have to go all the way there, but we'll just see. All right.
Works for me.
So, man, I'm over here pushing the wrong button. Lord. All right. So it's time to react to Where am I from? It's time to react to a couple fan mock drafts. Now, do you want to start with the best mock draft ever?
I think save it for the end.
Because the other one was labeled as, I think, the GOAT mock draft.
Wait, what? Oh, man. Either one, then. These guys are cocky.
If I remember correctly, like I was only looking for, because remember when we did this a couple days ago, everyone was talking about, hey, this is the best mock draft. They were all how they didn't want to label them. So when I checked the email thread, a lot of them were titled GOAT, best, number one, the best ever, all caps. I said, all right. So we shall start with
which one's the one where it started, though?
Phantom TV.
This is where it all started.
Phantom TV was the one with that energy. He was the one starting this thing out with the whole, yup, what I said, this is how it goes. This is the team, da-da-da-da-da. So let's start with Phantom, all right?
Works for me.
Now, I'm looking at your screen. I believe you got the wrong one up.
No, this is the one that we crowned the best.
Okay,
so
okay. Oh,
I got the other ones on my phone. Exactly.
Let's go.
Listen, if you're gonna call it the best mock draft, it's gotta hold up to the one that we claimed as the best mock draft last podcast.
I think that's the wrong one.
So you want me to recap the actual one that we said was the best?
So recap the one that we gave an A to.
Sky Moore in round 2. There was a lot of trades, but these are the players that he picked: Sky Moore, Jaquan Brisker, Travis Jones, Channing Tindall. This was all in the first 3 rounds, and also the last round 3 pick. Like I said, he did a lot of drafts, so he's got a lot of extra picks here. Max Mitchell, tackle from the Raging Cajuns, and then the last 3 picks: halfback Ty Chandler from UNC, cornerback Jack Jones from Arizona State, and then edge Christopher Allen from Alabama.
All right.
That mock draft gets better and better as time goes on.
That was A. We like that one a lot.
That thing ages like fine wine.
So, to react to my man Phantom TV, the best mock draft ever. For those that can't see, for the audio-only people, in the first round, he went with Devontae Wyatt, interior D lineman out of the University of Georgia. At 52 overall in the second round, he went Christian Watson, wide receiver out of North Dakota State. In the third round, he went Brian Cook, safety out of Cincinnati. Fourth round, he went DeMarco Jackson, the linebacker from App State. Sixth round, give me a little HBCU in the building. Akil Glass, the quarterback out of Alabama A&M. And then to wrap it up in the 7th round, he went Jack Jones, the corner out of Arizona State. And Connor Hayward, baby. Tight end, running back, halfback, fullback, H-back, whatever you want to call him, out of Michigan State. Now, Phantom said that this was the best mock. Now, Phantom, I do got a bone to pick with you. Because as I was going through the emails, you sent like 10 different mocks. Okay, so it was hard to identify which mock you felt was your best mock ever. Because even in this email that I took this mock from, it was another mock attached to this mock. Okay? I'm just saying.
You got to pick one.
You got to pick one. Okay? You can't submit 6 different mocks in the same email and then send another 4 in another thread and be like, yo, that was the best one. I didn't know which one you was talking about. Full transparency. So this is the one I went with because I just thought, you know what, this seems like, you know, this the one that he was really digging. All right. So, how you feel about it? Is it the best mock ever?
It is not.
Oh, it is right off the dribble with it. It is not.
It's not terrible. I don't think it's like that good though.
You said it's not terrible. I just don't think it's that good though.
I'll use the one that we claim to be the best mock draft as reference right here.
Yeah. Okay.
So we get Deontay White in the first round. Him versus Travis Jones. I don't know. I might take Travis Jones. I just might take Travis Jones in a vacuum anyway.
Okay.
And then we got Brian Cook as his safety in round 3. I'll take Jaquan Brisker all day over him.
Okay.
Sky Moore versus Christian Watson. Maybe you could say that's a wash. I might lean Sky Moore, though. I think he's better all-around receiver.
Yeah.
And then he's got DeMarco Jackson as his linebacker. We got Channing Tindall. I'll take Channing Tindall all day with that upside and speed over DeMarco Jackson.
Okay.
And then we got an extra offensive tackle in my man's mock draft here in Max Mitchell.
It's true.
Like we don't have an offensive tackle. We don't have any offensive linemen.
Yeah, no O-line action here, no running back action either. Well,
shown.
I guess his running depending on how you look at Connor. I was gonna say I don't really feel like he's a running back, so yeah, no running back.
Yeah,
either.
then we got this. Yeah, in terms of the late picks, then we got Ty Chandler as like a little backup speedster running back, an extra corner to throw in there for some competition with depth.
Yeah,
and Christopher Allen out of Alabama in 7th round. You can't go wrong with that. So.
Yeah.
I'm giving it like an 80.
That sounds about right. Because is it 80 a C for you? Because I was gonna say C for me. I was just checking. Yeah. So for me,
higher end C.
Yeah. So like I like Devontae White. I don't think, you know, in terms of him versus Jordan Davis, just different players. Honestly, Devontae reminds me more of like, I don't want to say like a 4-3 like shade technique or a gap technique, but
a little tweener.
I think he could fit that almost like a Geno Atkins type. You know what I mean? Like his get off, his ability to shoot through the B gaps and A gaps. I mean, he caused a lot of havoc in the backfield solely based off his get off. And I think that he's violent with his hands. Like he knows how to rush the passer. He knows how to just create pressure. So I definitely like him. Christian Watson, I mean, we've been fans of him, even though I don't like him because he played at North Dakota State, solely because of what they do to my JMU Dukes, what they used to. Now we're above them, you know, us uppity, bougie, you know, 1A teams. You know, we don't dwell on that anymore. But I do like him a lot. Obviously, he has big speed, and he's a jet sweep guy. We know how much that would fit in the Matt Canada offense.
Right.
Brian Cook, I like. I just don't know. Well, I guess if he's going Brian Cook instead of bringing Edmonds back, that makes sense. But I still think we would feel the drop off going from Edmonds to Brian Cook in year one.
Definitely.
So that's my only thing. I wasn't really a fan of that. I like DeMarco Jackson. He's definitely one of the guys that, you know, even since talking about him at the Senior Bowl, he flies around. I just think that he is a box linebacker, though. Like, I don't know how much we're getting in terms of coverage. Even though he tested well, just when I watched him, watch more of his tape from App State, they don't do a lot of him being in coverage. It was more so him in the blitz or him on the running back. And right now, it's like, that's what Devin Bush is going to be doing, more than likely, you know?
Yeah.
So I wasn't a fan of that. I like the Akil Glass pick a lot, though. I mean, you look on his tape, I think it was when he played primetime school, he carved them up. But yeah, he could throw, can run. I think that in terms of watching Akil, my biggest knock on him, I like what he can do passing the ball. I think he needs to learn to slide, though. Because he was taking some shots at the HBCU level, and it was like, all right, you'll survive that. You're not surviving them type of shots, though, because, like, it just didn't have the wiggle. You know what I mean? Like, he's fast, but you got to wiggle. And he don't have that wiggle. Like how Malik can make a guy. Yeah. He don't have that, so he's going to take a lot more of those shots. Jack Jones, definitely like him, scrappy as hat corner. And then Connor, like I said, man, Connor is just... You got to have Connor because he's related to Cam. I get that. But in all seriousness, Connor is versatile. I mean, while he was at Michigan State, the dude played running back, return kicks, played tight, he can catch, he can block, he can do a little bit of everything, kind of like that Swiss Army knife. So, I mean, just with more size. So it would be more so, you know, like I said, the battle of the brothers. Connor Hayward versus Derek White.
Yeah.
Fight for your contract. Fight for your spot.
So I don't think we have a mock draft to take this one out yet.
Yeah, I would agree. Now, people are asking, though, or not asking, but they're saying with, you know, the one that we have deemed our best one, it had trades in it. Mm-hmm. Whereas this one does not have trades. Does that play into the ruling? I'm all for either or.
Yeah.
I personally think that
you're
trading
creative
back
enough
is
to
an
do it.
option. If you can, that's why you're being the GM. And it's not like we're talking about this dude trading. Oh, he took, the 20th overall pick and got 2 more first round picks. That's not realistic. But for him to trade back and get an additional second round pick and then get an additional third round pick, I don't think that that's far fetched. I don't think that's a negative. So that's why I still like that one over this one. But he said, Phantom TV said he has one with trades. Well, I know, bro. I told you, of the 10 that you sent, some of them had a couple of trades. Some of them had a lot of trades. Then you had some with no trades. I just didn't know which one was the best one because you labeled it all your emails as the best mock ever. I'm with you. I just was, I need a little more clarity next time.
Do we give him one more chance? Or no?
I don't know.
Or is he done?
Do you want me to pick one of the ones that he already sent, or does he do another one and then say, this is the best? Like, I feel like he was just sitting on the computer just going at it like, nope, I don't like how this job. Like,
I mean, it feels unfair to the other people.
It was a lot of
right?
mocks. He sent a lot of them in. That's all I'm saying, man. Yeah.
I don't know. Do we give him another chance with it?
I don't know. I might pull up the email right now. Let me see how many I have in here. Let me see what we looking like, man. That's the beauty of technology. You niggas just pull it up. Let me find. Let me get to my. All right.
Oh,
So he has 2 initially for the best mock draft. Then he came back a day later and gave me the best mock draft updated with 2 more.
Okay.
All right. Then he also, let's see, he had another one prior to those 2 that he sent where it's just titled best mock draft. So we're sitting at 5 right now. That's all I'm saying. That's a lot of mocks.
What do we do? Do we cut him off or do we give him one more
I don't
chance?
know.
Do we read the one with the trades?
That's a lot of mocks, man.
He said react to the one with the trades.
That's a lot of mocks. Is this one? That's a lot going on, man.
Is there any trades in it?
Not that one.
That was the same one we just looked at.
Yeah, that was one we just looked at. That's a lot going on with it, man. Maybe down the line.
Okay.
We still got time. The draft is still got 2 weeks. So yeah, a week and a half, 2 weeks. So we got time.
Okay.
But yeah.
If the chat calls for it.
Yeah, they gave it to LeBron with shoot the rock. He says not 5, not 6, not 7. But Stan Clare does bring up a good point. He says that's a lot of effort too, though. You're absolutely right. That is. And they said, you keep doing it. One of them is going to be the best ever.
I don't know, though, man. I don't know. Whatever combination this dude cooked up from last week, we'll see if anyone beats it.
Yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see, man.
To have Sky Moore, Brisker, Jones, and Tyndall.
That's tough.
First 4 picks.
That's tough.
And then also just to throw in another tackle to maybe compete with Dan Moore in the 3rd round.
Move, I like that because you don't neglect the running back position. Yeah.
It's a good one.
But Phantom TV, you got to see. It's not the best, but it's not the worst either. All right? But we definitely appreciate you, though, baby. We definitely do. All right, this next one is from Corey Anderson. All right. Now, Corey went this approach. He said, give me Bernard Raymond at 20th overall. Then he went with Let's Go UW's guy, Chad Muma, inside LB out of Wyoming. I like this move in the 3rd round. We talked about him one of our previous episodes. Khalil Shakir, the wide receiver out of Boise State. He went with him in the 3rd round. 4th round, he went Tyson Anderson, the safety out of Toledo. Then in the 6th round, he went Noah Ellis. Excuse me on that. Noah Ellis out of Idaho, interior D lineman. Then in the 7th round, he went with the center out of Washington, Luke Wattenberg. And then he gave us some running back action in the final pick of the 7th round for the Steelers with Kennedy Brooks, running back out of Oklahoma. Does this top the best?
No, definitely
No?
not.
You're not feeling it? Not at all?
I kind of feel the same way as the last one.
It's lukewarm? It's
Not
mid?
terrible,
It's Reggie?
yeah.
What is it, man?
You described it to a T right there with all those adjectives.
Man. So with all them adjectives, man. You don't want that, no.
I think it's mainly Bernard Raymond that gets me. I don't like taking a tackle in the 1st round. We talked about that when we looked at the ESPN 7-round mock draft.
Yeah,
too.
yeah, absolutely.
The dude had us taking Zion Johnson.
Yeah, and then had us coming back 2 picks. Was it 2
He-
rounds later?
he
He had
had-
another lineman?
Right, he
Yeah.
had 2 offensive linemen in the first 3 picks.
Yeah.
Dude, I guess he would beat out Dan Moore, right? If we're drafting him in the 1st round, they must really love him.
Yeah.
Like, he would be a starter. I just don't really have anyone on the offensive line is like my top 5 position of needs right now.
I would agree.
Like, it's cool, but I think we already upgraded our offensive line to a decent amount this free agency.
And then we paid Chooks, so he gonna be a better player because he got paid more. So that's how that works.
Like,
Everyone
I'm
knows
expecting
that.
Dan Moore to make a little bit of a jump. Just the whole offensive line. Dotson, I mean, he's going into his 3rd year. He just needs to stay healthy.
Yeah, he'll be a good
Daniels
swing guard.
awesome.
Absolutely, man.
What's that mean? No. Banners rule. And now eligible, number 69.
He'll be a good swing guard, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, no.
Deke
I
was
mean,
not
Mason
feeling that,
Cole
man.
with center, too. I
Yeah,
think we
man,
made
come
enough
on,
upgrades on the
man.
offensive line. We're good to roll with them. And, if we want to take someone in the 3rd round, I'm fine with that and give them some competition. But I don't think in the 1st round. We got some studs that are probably going to be available, whether it's Jameson Williams, Devin Lloyd. There's going to be 4 or 5 guys, hopefully, when we're sitting there at 20. I just wouldn't want to spend it on a tackle, specifically him either.
Yeah, I think the 3 picks that I like the most, I like the Chad Muma in the 2nd round. Good value, good player, prototypical in terms of like the new wave of NFL linebackers. Definitely like that. I like the Khalil Shakir. Dude, I ain't gonna lie, man. When I watch him, he reminds me a little bit of Sky Moore, just in terms of like elusiveness, ability to create the separation, good catching ability, and
Maybe
stuff
get him
like
around
that.
later.
Yeah, but I say so. I definitely like that. I still think Sky Moore is the better player, but I'm just saying he kind of like reminds me of his game. And then also like the Kennedy Brooks move. I just wish Kennedy was faster. Like when I watch Kennedy, I think his vision is nice. I think he's patient, but when you see him get into the open field, it's just like he's missing that gear. Now it's not L Bell like, where it's like, L Bell is like, man, dude, like, how you crazy, elusive, and bursty and twitchy in the tackles, but then we get open field, like you got the backpack on you a little bit. Kennedy gave me those vibes. It's like, man, I still want that guy that can, when you go, like, go. I want that. And Kennedy doesn't really give me that.
Yeah. Probably, I don't know if it's worth, maybe just another 80.
Is that mid pack again?
It might be worse. I don't like taking a tackle in the 1st, so probably in the 70s. 77. I like the 2nd and 3rd round picks, though. They're not terrible.
Okay.
Muma and then Shakir. He's a nice little sleeper wide receiver, but I really don't like that tackle in the 1st round.
Yeah.
If he just would have had, like, oh man, see, it'd mess up his whole mock draft if he would have went like Devin Lloyd or Jameson Williams.
Yeah.
Because then you wouldn't take those dudes in the 2nd round, but I don't like tackle in the 1st. That's what really gets me.
Okay.
That's a huge knock. That's like minus 20 points. On tests, like some answers that
like,
they're waiting a little bit more.
This count more. This is open ended. All
Yep.
right. This was
Yeah,
a
you
multiple
messed up
choice
that
open
1st round
ended.
pick.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you could mess up the 6th round pick. I don't care, but messing up the 1st round pick,
And
yeah,
I
it's a
thought
little
that-
weighted.
And I ain't gonna lie, I kind of like how he ends the draft. I'm like, Luke as the center. I'm like, I think he's a little lighter, but I still thought he moved well. I thought he had big, like more size, like in terms of like height and just frame than Kendrick Green. So I'm like, okay, I'm not against that. I thought that, like I say, he do some good things. I just think that he struggles against power rushers. And obviously that could be a little bit of an issue, but I thought he was fundamentally sound. And I guess I like Kennedy Brooks as well. But yeah, to start it out, you can't start it out rough though, man.
What's your grade? I'm a tough grader today. I was a jackass.
It's like that, man. But you don't like that Reggie pack. I get it, bro. Yeah. If it ain't exotic, if it ain't real loud, make your ears hurt, you don't want to deal with it. And I think that this falls into that same category of C. Definitely a C.
See?
So it's a strong C, but it's a C.
All right. It's up to the chat then.
Yeah, I'll give it a capital C. I wouldn't lowercase it, but I would say C.
Give us some other options to beat this GOAT mock draft.
Yeah, man.
Sky Moore, Brisker, Travis Jones, Tyndall. First 4 picks.
Yeah.
Somehow beat that.
Yeah, we'll see who can do it, man. But either way, Corey Anderson and Phantom TV, we definitely appreciate y'all submitting your mock drafts. And like I said, man, keep sending them in, man, to moatswinners@gmail.com. That's the easiest way to get, your mock, to have that opportunity to be read on the show, man, to have us react to it, man. But, that's how we're going to roll with it, baby. All right. And it's 5:28, so
I could read these supers.
let's roll
quick.
through the supers. And after that, man, I have some fine dining to get to on said birthday night for my little man.
For sure. Dylan Goodson. What's up from Mars, Moats and Deke?
Well, hello, my
T.O.'s
brother.
knocking the dust off to come back this fall and be the oldest player to play an NFL game.
Question, can he come back as a Hall of Famer?
I guess no one's done it before, right?
Yeah.
He definitely can.
Why couldn't he, right?
Yeah. You can make exceptions. I mean, people retire, they don't retire. Same thing. I don't know what they would do with his
Well,
bust, though. I mean, that's the interesting part.
And it's always like the
is
5
see if they-
years. You can't. Yeah, I'm like, how does that work?
See if they get reinducted into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, like, and you got to wait 5 more years too.
Yeah.
You know, maybe they'll give him first ballot when he does it twice. That could work.
You know what I would do? I would just leave him in the Hall of Fame, though. I wouldn't like have
Mess
to
with
take
it,
him
yeah.
out and put him
'Cause
back
I'm just
in.
like,
'Cause it's
yeah.
only gonna be for a year max, probably.
Yeah, just logistically, I'm just like, man, how does that whole thing play out?
Official momentum. How about Duck Hodges versus Landry Jones in the USFL?
I would tune in.
Would-
Who you got
That
your
would be
money on?
fun.
I'm going with Landry. Just because he was my teammate. That's it. I don't really have no other like strong feelings.
Who would I have in that one? Probably Landry's just the better quarterback.
Yeah.
That's what I would go with. Yeah.
Okay.
Najee Laupak. Sending my draft. Subject line: If God was a GM.
Jeez. All right. And that's the other thing too, because I'm used to everyone's like username. When some of y'all email me and y'all, it's like from like their real email address. I'm like, bro, I don't know who this person is. And I'm like, man, I feel like I should know this person. And I'm like, I don't know this. Who's Roger? It's like, oh, that's this name. Oh, all right. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Definitely put your also known as when y'all put it in there, all right?
Myron Bennett. I'll email one right now that competes with both.
Uh-oh. Okay.
All right.
Hey, man.
Everyone's
You gonna
talking
get
a
your
big game
chance.
to take
You
this
get
thing
your
down.
chance. You're going to get your chance. Yeah. And don't have it on easy mode because we're going to know if it's on easy mode, too. We're going to know if that thing be like, oh, he traded back from 20th
yeah.
to
Do
25
you have
and then
it-
picked up an extra this and that and that. It's like, no, you can tell. You can definitely look and tell.
Did you? Oh, maybe that's what that draft is on.
Hey, you can
It's on
definitely
easy.
tell, man. You can definitely tell.
Did you tell people to put it at a certain slider?
I mean, I've talked about it.
Okay.
But I think at the same time, we can kind of look at it and tell, too, which ones are kind of realistic and which ones aren't.
Okay, gotcha.
Because also, remember, before you change those settings, there's certain people or players that fall, and it's like, yo, there's no way that guy would ever be there. So, yeah.
Let's go UW. If we draft Muma, can we do Chad Tuesdays?
Y'all killing me. Because I've been seeing in the chat, especially you, Treat Still Diva. Y'all been giving some banner slander about Banner Tuesdays and all this other stuff, all right? Y'all chill out. Maybe we're not going to do anything on Tuesday. Maybe we will observe. We will make Tuesday a national, like we just remember what once was, all right? But yeah, y'all be trying to replace my man all the time. Yo, who's going to take over Banner Tuesday? I got my launch for Banner Tuesday. Like, yo, y'all got to chill, man. Y'all got to chill, all right? Stop.
What if we're bringing Banner back?
Yeah, see, there we go. All right.
You guys are ready to write him off?
Exactly. Yeah, it'd be third chair. You know. Oh no, not man. See, you taking it wrong. I wasn't
Me?
saying it like that. No, man. Let Banner just take his time right now. Banner's, this is a transition for him. Who knows what could go from there or not. Yeah.
Official momentum.
Mm-hmm.
Trade Mason to the USFL for T.O. Oh, man.
Oh wow.
T.O.'s in the fan-controlled football league, so we'd have to trade him
Yeah.
to the fan-controlled football league.
Yeah. And then we only have one quarterback on the roster.
Yeah, we can't be doing that.
Yeah, that's not a good look. It's not a good look. But I like your thought process,
But
though.
this is where the Mason hate goes. We're trading him for a 48-year-old receiver.
Yeah, who had drops and caught one touchdown. Yep.
In a fan-controlled league is like, what, 7-on-7 or
Yeah.
something.
Yep.
Dylan Goodson was hoping to hear you grade my perfect mock while I was available to watch live. I actually sent two, one with and one without trades.
All right.
I think we got to cut it off and just say you got to send one.
Just
Send us
send
your
one?
best one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I just want one. Yeah. Because I ain't gonna lie, full transparency, it does create a lot more work for us too. When y'all sending all these different names, we be like, yo, all right, I gotta watch new film on this dude. Who is this guy right here? All right,
Well-
I heard of this guy. I don't know this guy right here. Yeah, man. Especially them late round picks. Not so much in the first three rounds. First three rounds, we pretty much know those guys. It be when it's the 7th round, the 6th. I'm like, yo, man, how y'all come up with this dude over here, man? You ever try finding some of the tape on some of these dudes? It's difficult at times. That's all I'm saying, man. It's very difficult at times.
Yeah. I just feel like because we've been doing them 2 at a time, really.
Yeah.
So that means, okay, we're just going to have one devoted to both that person's mock draft instead of getting
Yeah.
2 different people involved.
Yeah.
Like, I think
I'm with you on
that
that. We
more
can't
makes
do that.
sense.
All right.
Just send us your best one.
Yeah.
Trades, no trades, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Give us the best. AJ Martinez. Tyson Tuesdays. Your boy.
Alu?
Yeah.
No, that's the homie. That's the homie. I'll be down for that.
Could be a good vibe.
But I just feel like, man, we just hop right back into the Tuesday thing, man. You know, can we just let Tuesday just simmer for a little bit?
Right.
Can we just moment of silence for the Tuesdays? Like, just let it chill, let it breathe. You know what I mean? I'm just letting it breathe, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's all on the Super Chats.
No, I like it.
And you got
man.
dinner.
I do have dinner, man. This was a fun show, man. Shout out to everybody that was rocking with us today, man. This was good, man. The mocks were good, man. Everything that we were able to talk about was good, man. And as always, the participation from y'all is A1. So we definitely appreciate
just expect probably more mock drafts than you've ever seen with our request now.
I feel like every time
they're sending 27 mock drafts now.
Every time I say up here, hey, send it to Moats' winners, I will forget that I said that. And I'll be, middle of the night, and I'm like, yo, why is the thing keep ding, ding, ding? And I'll look, and it be just all these different fan mocks. When we were saying, hey, send them your players that we want us to say anything, was like, oh, all right. Yeah. But that's a good thing. That means that y'all are committed to the show. That means that y'all are a part of the show and a part of this community. We greatly appreciate y'all for that.
Yeah, I'm just ready for the draft to be over.
Yes.
That's really it. I'm ready for us to pick our players and then us sign Honey Badger. Then we move on.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. So with that being said, enjoy the rest of your days. Official momentum. Spent the block one more time. It says, see y'all May 13th. Also,
yes, sir.
A call May 8th. # be prepared.
I thought it wasn't it like May 1st?
I thought it was May 7th last time you said that too. Just throwing it out there. You keep switching the days. But as long as you did May 13th, that's all we got to worry about anywho. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate y'all for tuning in. And until next time, baby.
Peace.